Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Reds were in the Bay last night taking on the San Francisco Giants. Sal Stewart hit a pair of 3-run bombs, and the Reds cruised past the Giants 8-3. The Redlegs will go for the sweep this afternoon. Coverage starts on the Fan 2 at 12:10. The Guardians lost a rubber match of their series with the St. Louis Cardinals 5-3. The Guards will return home tonight and take on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch is scheduled for 6:10. And in the association, there were a couple of playing games last night. The 76ers beat the Magic 109-97 to secure the 7th seed. The Warriors defeated the Clippers 126-121. The Dubs will play the Suns tonight for the 8th seed out west. Hornets and Magic will play for the last spot in the East. This update was sponsored by Ramos Roofing. Request your free roof or exterior assessment today at ramosroofingohio.com. Ramos Roofing, reliable, local, built right.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast.
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Come on, Joe! Featuring producer Dylan.
Who are the 5 best rappers of all time?
Special guests.
You serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Good morning, go to hell. Happy Thursday to you. I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning, Tyvis. How are you?
I'm doing well. Getting nervous, though.
What are you getting nervous about?
We're getting closer to Saturday.
Oh, and Saturday is your big debut.
The debut.
As the color analyst on the Big Ten Network for the Ohio State spring game.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun to hear you doing that. Who's your broadcast partner?
Jack Kaiser, who actually reached out to me yesterday, who I'm going to hop on the phone with at some point today, just to, talk about it. Obviously, give him some storylines, see where we want to go, have him tee me up on a couple of things, try to make this thing smooth. I told you, I talked to Dustin Fox, what was that, 2 days ago?
Mm-hmm. Dustin's our guy.
Yeah, Dustin.
One of our early guests on the show. We always appreciate him coming on. He was very good with us.
Yes.
He gave us many good gems.
He's the porn star. Riley Reed.
That's Dustin. Go ahead.
So Dustin was just trying to, because Dustin does color for ESPN, so I was getting some advice from him. And he actually, eased my mind. He was like, he said it's like, the two from calling the real game and calling the spring game is different. It's very different. He says because the spring game is more conversational as to the actual games being more like breakdowns and all that. He said, don't get me wrong. So you're going to break down some big plays, but people really are more for the storylines and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I can handle that, I'm sure. So
We'll see. Now let's do a little role playing. Okay. I'll pretend to be Jack Kaiser.
Okay.
And you pretend to be Tyvis Powell. All right. And we're going to pretend like there's a game going on in front of us and we're calling it right now. Okay. We'll just see how you do. All right. I'm going to call a play and then you react to what we're not seeing it, but I'm going to take you there. As my job is to take you there with your mind. I'm going to do a little theater of the mind with you.
Okay.
Second down and 10. Julian Sayin rolls back, fires across. Chris Henry Jr. tiptoes in the sideline. 8-yard completion. That'll move the sticks. No, it won't. It was 2nd and 10, whatever I said. Anyway, that's a good catch there. What do you think, Tyvis Powell?
That's actually really good by you, first of all.
It wasn't. It was terrible. Stop. That was terrible.
Chris Henry Jr. is a guy who's a highly touted guy. He's a guy that 5-star receiver. We're looking to see him make a lot of plays this year. You talk about how deep this wide receiver room is. Ryan Day spoke on it. This is probably the deepest wide receiver room it's been in quite some time. Obviously, you're losing Cardinal Tate on the opposite side, so that other wide receiver spot is open. And Chris Henry Jr. making plays like that is given a reason why he deserves to play in the fall.
See, that's good.
We missed the whole next play.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, wow, that was a crazy play there because that was a pick six.
You know what? The next play ain't nothing but a run anyways. It's 3rd and 2nd. It's 3rd and 2. They're going to run the ball, get the first down, and that doesn't need to be discussed.
I noticed, Tyvis, you brought up all the interesting players there who are going to fill it at wide receiver. I didn't hear anything about Brock Boyd.
Yeah, the whites are good.
Didn't hear a thing about him. Not sure why. Big maybe we come back to Brock Boyd in a minute. Second and 2.
You can't bring him up.
Julian saying with a quarterback sneak. Oh my God, he houses it from 75 yards. Wow.
What if I on the broadcast go, yeah, right? They talked about how the whites are good.
That would be, yeah, see, and then the crowd would react like that.
The whites are good.
The whites are good.
Right, sure. What's his nickname? What did Mickey Marotti tell you?
White Lightning.
All right, I'm just saying.
That's
The whites are good.
That's what they're calling him. I didn't come up with the nickname. It's not me that made it up. All right, so spring game coverage, we will have all that for you, of course, coming up on Saturday. We'll have more talk about it throughout the week, but yes, we'll have all the action for you. High noon right here on the Fan, pregame stuff, all that. I don't know when. I actually got to look up when the pregame stuff starts. I'll be honest with you. I know what it is when it's the regular games. It's 5.5 hours before kickoff is when we start our pregame coverage every year on actual game day. But I don't know what the day. I don't know. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to find out what the schedule is for Saturday.
Well, while you do that, Shizzy wants you to know that the Dodgers swept the Mets.
Oh, I know. I'm very aware. My Mets suck. They are terrible. In fact, I'll see. I'm just trying to jump around.
They do this every year where they start off
the
slow.
Mets.
Yeah, I feel like they start off slow, and then by the time the season gets going, the bats get hot, and it's always been pitching with y'all that I always worried about.
Yeah, that's certainly something to worry about. Although all the bats being cold, Juan Soto injured.
Y'all miss Pete Alonso?
I mean, miss him in the sense that he's a guy that a lot of Mets fans loved, but also probably it was time to move on from him. Noted Mets fan Cam Ward said this about his favorite team.
Yes.
I don't know if he actually.
By the way, the Saturday schedule: tee to green from 9 to 10.
There we go.
And then the spring game tailgate show, 10 o'clock.
There we go. Perfect. That's great. By the way, don't forget tonight we actually have the spring game preview show from 6 to 7 p.m. And then the Buckeye show will join from 7 to 8 p.m. So, yeah, nice little focused show on spring game. But we'll have that for you coming up tonight. I have an example very quickly before we get going into anything else of some terrible journalism. Would you like to hear this? This comes from Cleveland's ABC affiliate, WEWS. Woos. The Woos. I'm just going to play this clip for you. It has to do with a family that was concerned about a grandma, an elderly woman. And this is how it went.
Scary situation in Westlake yesterday. Police and the family of a 91-year-old woman unable to get a hold of her. But officers never could have imagined what they were about to find when they went to check things out. Our Scott Knoll explains.
Westlake police at the home of a 91-year-old woman Thursday night.
783, garage doors open. We're gonna make entry.
Police, her family, all unable to get a hold of the homeowner.
And vehicles in the garage.
The woman, a part of the city's Are You OK program. This time, another woman not answering the call.
Everyone's a little bit alarmed that she was missing these contacts.
What would police find this time?
Westlake police!
To protect the woman's identity, police didn't release any more of that video. But what happens next, no one would have guessed.
Turned out to be all okay. Everyone got a good laugh out of it.
Police found her all right in her room. We'll let the officers called to dispatch explain the rest.
We're here with her now. She's playing video games in her bedroom.
Police say not just playing video games, but trying to beat her record level, officers say. In the process, missing those attempts to check in on her. But we're told, thankful police came out. In Westlake, I'm News 5 investigator Scott Knoll.
All right. So a woman didn't respond to her family.
I respect it.
I respect it, too. This woman said, I'm sorry, I'm dedicated to this life of trying to beat this video game.
This sounded like me yesterday when Sherm texted me saying he wanted to run some Call of Duty, and I put both of them headphones on, and I was locked in to try. We was committed to trying to get a dub in Warzone.
Right.
Didn't happen. My daughter comes downstairs and says, yeah, we left. I said, y'all left? She was like, yeah, we went on a walk. We met new neighbors. I said, she was like, it started raining outside. I said, what? It did all y'all. When did all this happen? She said, yeah, you was down here playing the game.
Yeah, she's like, Dad, you're playing your stupid video games. Maybe you can join the real world. Your 5-year-old is lecturing you about playing video games.
It was actually kind of scary. I heard nothing.
You were locked in.
Yeah. I understand what this woman's going through.
All right. But here, I got to tell you, this is some of the worst journalism I've ever heard. No offense to the people at WEWS up ABC there at, what are they, Channel 5 in Cleveland? Whatever.
Yes.
I just, How do you have that whole segment? How do you have a minute and a half worth of like, police were on the scene as they checked in? They interviewed someone from the police department because they have the video and then they said it cut off and then they let the other person fill in the gaps. Why don't you ask this simple question? What's the number one thing you want to know out of that story?
What's the game?
What game is she playing? Absolutely right. Did we get that answer? No.
I know what she was playing.
What was she playing?
You know who dropped in Fortnite last night, Tyvis?
Ninja? Oh, no, I don't.
Stone Cold is in Fortnite as of yesterday.
I don't know.
I'm about to go get me some V-Bucks.
I don't know what this means. What does it mean? He's in
a
like
character.
His skin.
Is
now in Fortnite.
I don't like that. That phrase grosses me.
That's what it's called. A skin.
That's what
Go get your Stone Cold Steve Austin
Call of Duty
skin.
about to drop Dave Chappelle from
what?
Half Baked.
What do you mean?
You can play as the character
Dave Chappelle.
that he plays in Half
Why
Baked.
don't you just say why do we have to call it a skin?
It's called a skin.
That's gross. I don't like that.
That's what the kids call it, and that's what you call it.
That's gross.
When you go to the COD store or I don't know what the store is called in Fortnite, but I know the currency
Fortnite store
is V-Bucks.
Use V-Bucks.
It says skins. That's a category.
That's
skins.
I know. Okay, I know
like
that.
Leatherface.
Hang on. Yes, that's like Ed Gein is here.
Take the face
to
off and you sew it on.
Taking his mom's skin and wearing it around. This is disgusting. I don't like that at all. By the way, Ed Gein, no doubt about him, right?
Yeah, the whites are good.
No, the way we're not. He was bad. He was very bad.
By the way,
evil serial killer guy. Gross.
I haven't gamed in probably the past 6 months, and that is coincidentally around the same time I started hanging out with my girl. And I told her that this was happening with Stone Cold, and I think she pretty much told me I could play, but then she's not going to be around, and I'm not sure what decision I'm going to make. I think I need to.
What do you mean, not sure what decision?
I need to drop in and get a dub with Stone Cold, and if she leaves me over it, then that's her prerogative.
Was Fortnite your game of choice?
I wouldn't say my priority, but I've played a lot of Fortnite in my life.
I just am still stuck on why we can't say like play as Dave Chappelle, the character from you said it's the one from Half Baked. It's him in costume from Half Baked. So it's his character from Half Baked, right?
Correct.
Okay.
It's a skin, Tebow.
It's disgusting. I don't like that at all. That feels gross. We have a black stripe alert. I'll tell you which Buckeye is showing out in spring practice. Next, it's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good Thursday morning. The road's looking pretty wonderful out there right now. Still no crashes or slowdowns to report. So far, so good. A live look at that south side of Columbus, though, 71 at 270. Traffic moving smoothly out there. And hey, for our friends in Delaware County, stepping out the door, 71 southbound between 36 to 270 is only a 9-minute commute for you. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
There's nothing more meaningful you can do for yourself, your family, and friends than finally getting rid of that pain so they can enjoy that time with you again, especially heading into vacation season. Here, let me help you. It's Bobby Carpenter, and Dr. Tesler and his team at QC Kinetics take care of your pain in the office so you can go right along with your day. It's that easy. So if you say yes to any of these questions, you're the kind of patient QC Kinetics regenerative treatments can help every day. I have consistent pain in my joint, knees, hips, shoulder, back. Pain keeps me from getting a good night's sleep. I'm missing work or saying no to things that I love. I don't want surgery or a long-term recovery. I am at the end of my rope, and taking medications every day is just going to get me through the day. I don't want to do it anymore. So if you want to do that, go check out your free consultation over with my friends at QC Kinetics in Dublin or Gahanna. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices in Dublin and in Gahanna.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven. I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. An elite CompTIA certified Certification Partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Truck drivers, maximize your miles and earn top pay as a team driver at Schneider. Schneider just raised its pay for team drivers and has the freight to keep you moving. More business with small package parcel shippers creates new opportunities with DC to DC drop and hook freight. The advantages don't stop there. Schneider's teams also enjoy the newest trucks with factory installed power inverters and outlets, refrigerators, and memory foam mattresses. Join now and sign-on bonuses of up to $16,000 per team may be available. Find your team driving job at SchneiderJobs.com.
It's never a bad time to fire up the grill. At Billiards Plus, the grilling season never ends. While you're grill shopping, you'll love browsing Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Sometimes, tough times are a test, a chance to prove ourselves. Colleen O'Donnell proved her grit in Laredo, Texas, when she served as an immigration judge and faced the worst of the worst: human smugglers, gang members, dangerous people. Colleen ordered them to be deported, never granted asylum once, and enforced the law to the letter. Now, Ohio needs tough leadership on the bench, so Colleen O'Donnell's running for Ohio Supreme Court as a constitutional conservative with 10 years of prior judicial experience. Ohio Right to Life PAC endorses Colleen for her devotion to our conservative values. America's toughest immigration sheriff, Richard Jones, endorses Colleen O'Donnell for her dedication to public safety. And the Ohio leaders we trust support Colleen O'Donnell for her unwavering loyalty to the rule of law and the Ohio State Constitution. The grit to lead, the experience to succeed. Colleen O'Donnell for Ohio Supreme Court.
Paid for by O'Donnell for Ohio.
If only there was a radio show that constantly talked about Ohio State athletics. Well, good news. It's real, baby. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A few stray showers and storms, otherwise mostly cloudy and mild to kick off the day. This afternoon, we could see a chance of showers and thunderstorms, otherwise mostly cloudy, warm and breezy with highs in the upper 70s to low 80s. For tonight, partly cloudy overnight with our lows in the 50s and a mostly sunny end to the work week with highs in the low 80s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
If you've recently seen a photo of an older Baker Mayfield fresh off a bender, it's just Bo Bishop. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, years ago, maybe you moved into that house. Maybe it was brand new build, or maybe it was an older house. Either way, the windows at the time, you didn't think much about it, but now you realize you sit next to them. When it's cold, you can feel that cold air coming in the summer. You know, you run your AC way more than you think you should have to. That could be because the insulation in your windows has failed. Or maybe it's just as simple as when you go to open the windows, they stick. You got multiple windows that you're like, oh, you can't touch that one. That one's broken. Well, now's a great time to get that all sorted out. Whatever your issue with your windows, with Window Nation's The More You Buy, The More You Save sale. It's going on now. You can save up to 50% off all the windows for your home. Plus, you could get them at 0% interest financing for 5 years. And, of course, getting your windows fixed, one of the best investments you can make in your house. The experts say that windows retain 80% of their value once you get them installed. And, of course, once you get high-quality windows like the ones from Window Nation, they're going to be in your home for a very long time. They are, of course, coming with a 50-point inspection on every window before it leaves the factory. And they have over 45,000 five-star reviews, does Window Nation. So schedule your fast free consultation now. You can do that at windownation.com. Again, 50% off all the windows for your home with The More You Buy, The More You Save sale. 0% interest financing for 5 years. Something like that. 0% interest financing for 5 years. Windownation.com. Schedule your estimate today.
So yesterday I did the podcast, The Barbershop, with G. Bush and Earl. And
G. Bush is Garrett Bush?
Garrett Bush,
okay.
Yes.
So not everybody's on. And who's Earl?
Earl Malden. He's Earl to Pearl. He's a
Toe Jam and Earl. No? We're talking video games. Maybe that's what Grandma was playing. Maybe she's trying to beat Toe Jam and Earl.
Earl from My Name Is Earl.
They are.
Oh, yeah, that's
obviously,
good.
They're part of the UCSS family, and they work at 92.3 The Fan. As
Okay,
well.
gotcha.
In
There we
Cleveland.
go.
So, anyways, so I'm doing the show with them last night. We had Sean King on. Sean King, former quarterback, played for Tampa Bay, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so we got to talking about cut blocking.
Mm-hmm.
So G. Bush went to OU. They ran the triple option. He was telling a story about how one of his teammates, one of the freshman guys, was a highly recruited guy, came in and they were going through like training camp and all that. And the offensive line, because they run triple option, it's always cuts. They always throwing cuts.
And you're allowed to do that at the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, this was back in the day. You can't do it at all.
Can't do nothing like that now. Okay, right.
So anyways, the guy was asking G, like, hey, when do they stop doing this? And he said, this the offense. This happens all year. Like, this is all they going to do. So the guy ends up quitting, like walked away, left his scholarship there, full scholarship. Like, nope, this is not for me. I quit, right?
Wow.
So it made me think about how I got cut. Like, the last time I got cut blocked was 2013 against Penn State. And I was like, it was so shocking because it was a running back that did it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I was blitzing off the edge and the running back did it. And it shocked me because the running back he was smaller than me, but like he played running back. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to run through this dude and I'm going to push him into the quarterback and get a sack. That was my plan.
Right.
He dropped at the last minute, T-Bone. I flipped on my head.
Oh, wow.
Feet was in the air. It was the last time I ever been cut like that in my life. It hurts just watching it. I say all that to say, somebody heard that, went and looked the play up and tweeted it out. And I was just watching it and my neck hurt just looking at it.
So you got completely upended by this block and you landed on your head and neck area?
Yeah.
Okay.
I sent it to you. Go look at that.
Right now.
It's terrible.
It sounds terrible. I don't know why I hate the new Twitter /
Tyvis, you sent us a 42-minute video.
No. It's clipped out.
All right.
Just click the link. It's clipped out.
I'm trying to do that. I don't know what I don't know why I feel so old now that I can't even use Twitter properly. All right, I'll look it up in the break because I'm.
That's a shame.
No, it's crazy because like I'm on I don't know why, but I rarely see DMs anymore on Twitter, and then I'll go on my desktop at home. And that's where it'll like instantly pop up. I'll see, you have like 8 messages. And I'll click on them. It's all from people that I had like chatted with previously who sent me a response that I never replied. And I'm like, well, this sucks. I don't know why I can't see it in here.
But I retweeted it so you can go see it. Anyway.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Well, then I'm going to go look it up on your account.
It hurts.
Yeah, I don't envy those of you who played football at all because it obviously looks very I'm jealous in a sense, right, of the fact that like you got to have all these great things, but I'm also understanding of the fact that like it was incredibly physically difficult to play this game,
T-Bone.
And especially before they changed some of the rules, which it's still tough to play now. I'm not saying that,
I'm not hearing it. He weak for this.
Okay. I'm looking at the play right now.
Why can't we go one-on-one like a man? Like why he do a cop out like this?
Is that really a cut block, or did he just get lowest man wins?
That's a cut block. What are you talking about?
Okay. That looks. I mean, he got under you and flipped you up.
Look at him. He's on the ground. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I guess he did get on the ground. That's right. That's still. Hey, you know what? It was an incomplete pass. So you still forced an incompletion.
I wanted the sack. I was going to strip sack it, go take it to the house and do the Joey Bosa.
I wanted the sack. Please cut that up for us. All right. We have a black stripe alert. Do we have audio of this that we can play?
Yes, sir.
This is one that I think a lot of Buckeye fans have been paying attention to. Who's getting their black stripe taken off their helmet? Who's becoming a Buckeye? This is one I think a lot of people have been waiting for.
We got a black stripe alert! Hey, the hype is real on this guy. He's a physical specimen. He makes plays all over the field. Just throw the ball up. He ain't gonna get it. News number is 06. Chris Henry.
Appreciate y'all, man. First, I want to thank God. They my family. Thanks 06, Coach Hank, Coach Devin, for just, help me. And shout out BIA for making me better. Go Bucks.
That would be Director of Player Development, CJ Barnett, hyping up, if you didn't catch that, Chris Henry Jr. getting his black stripe removed. He is only the second of the freshmen to get their black stripe taken off. The other guy, as you know, Brock Boyd.
The whites are good.
Yeah, the whites are good.
So there have been, I believe, 12 players now, according to 11 Warriors, who have had their black stripes removed. Most all of these guys are transfers, which is, it's very interesting because they brought this up in the article that there's 51 new players on the roster when you count in transfer portal and freshmen coming in. 51 guys on the roster are new.
Yeah.
And I know Ryan Day has talked about how they've had to get creative with like getting the names of the guys on the helmet because there's so many new faces that they know these guys, but seeing them run around with different numbers on and you haven't actually seen these guys in practice a ton, it takes a while to get used to who's who on there. But like I'm struck by the fact that they had 12 players get their black stripes removed. 2 of them are freshmen. That's crazy, right?
It's hard as a freshman, and I feel like they're more lenient with guys that's been in college. But like the freshmen, oh no, you got time. You gotta show me. And I think it's a different practice style. High schools try the best they can to simulate what college practice is like, but obviously there's a talent difference. It's a speed difference and all of that, and it takes some freshmen a little while to adjust to that tempo. So.
When you say there's a speed difference, do you mean like just
the players?
Oh, well, yeah, okay. Yeah. I didn't know if you meant that. And speed, also we expect you to process all this quicker, or if it's just like, no, there's just literally better players out here. And
like in high school, you can go like 70. If you, first of all, you're probably better than everybody there. Right. You go 75% and still be like way better than everybody. When you get to Ohio State or in these big time programs, like everybody's good. And if you used to going 75% just to get through practice, like that's not going to cut it.
I'm curious, when you were in high school, then you got to Ohio State, like, did you find the practices, obviously the talent you're going against far superior, right? Because like you just said, but was it like the speed of how they just, all right, now we're doing this drill, pick it up, or if you don't get it, get out of line? Like, is there more of that expectation where they're not going to hold your hand through a drill? They just kind of expect you to know it? Or
first of all, you're a freshman. You ain't going first in the drill anyway.
So you're just watching everybody else, but you better pick it up.
Yeah, you going last in the drill, but when it's your turn, you done watch like 4 people go before you. You better know what you're doing by the time you get up there. And if you don't, they'll yell at you, and then they'll have the assistant coach come over there and work with you and then get you back in line and blah, blah, blah. But you're going to get yelled at for sure. That's going to happen. Especially if you watch 4 or 5 people go before you and you still come in there and mess it up. Yeah, you getting yelled at.
Yeah. I feel like there's, I don't know what this skill is called, that some humans possess it, some of us do not, where you can see something going on and say, oh yeah, I can imitate that. I can mimic that. I can get my body to do that exact same thing. Yeah. I feel like with dancing, we see this. It's like for non-athletes, like where I could watch someone dance and I could watch them 27 times and I'd be like, all right. And then I start to do it and it looks nothing like that. There are other people, though, who can just instantly see it, pick it up, and now they know how to do that dance.
That is a ethnicity thing.
What do you mean? Gabe Cupps got paid $500,000
to... Shout out to Gabe Cupps. Where did he end up going? University of Chicago, Illinois, Detroit, somewhere.
The lights are good.
I wonder how much he's getting to go.
Look at that. Not even, man.
I'm going to go with less than $500,000.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that too.
He made his money, huh?
Yeah, sure. Good for him. Some of the Blue Jackets players spoke to the media yesterday, and they were a little bit salty. You will hear what they thought of Rick Bowness's comments in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Tonight, a ramp will be closed in southeast Columbus. We're talking that 33 ramp to 70 in that westbound direction at 9 this evening until 5 tomorrow morning. You can expect crew members to be out there in your area. As for that detour, taking 33 westbound all the way up towards Livingston Avenue will be the best way to work around this. Then from there, using that ramp to head back on 70 in that westbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Sun, splashes, and nonstop fun await at Zoombezi Bay.
Get your season pass for unlimited thrills,
including our all-new conservation tower. Buy now at ZoombeziBay.com.
Working your way through that home projects list, that means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your air conditioner or furnace. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain issues? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing problems? Call the Waterworks. HVAC breakdowns? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted and certified plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
Bishop here. Picture this. Windows down, the beautiful countryside rolling by, the kids laughing in the back, and nowhere you have to be but wherever the road takes you. That's RV life. Find yours at RCD RV. 3 locations in Central Ohio or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Joseph Senta and Dr. Barry Zeta at Ohio Vein and Vascular are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. They can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. 3 locations to serve you at Polaris, Reynoldsburg, and now open downtown. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-426-VEIN. That's 614-426-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
If you haven't thought about Buckeye football today, I'm sorry to tell you that you're dead. Our condolences. You're home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. Tyvis hates Girl Scout cookies.
I hate it.
And little girls. And America.
I hate it, hate.
Seriously, Tyvis, what the hell?
Okay, whatever this is, I already hate it.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
1 hour from right now, we will talk to Rick Bowness, the Blue Jackets head coach. I mean, I guess season's over and they don't know if he's coming back, but we're going to say Blue Jackets head coach for the time being till we get a full answer on that. But we'll talk to him in an hour. We will find out his thoughts about his own press conference, what he said, what some of his players said yesterday. They were the exit interviews that they do as a team. Obviously, the players did those with the media as well. And I got to say, I was seeing some quotes from people just typed out on Twitter, from different media outlets. And I thought, all right, let me go listen to them, though. I want to hear the proper context.
Okay.
You tell me if these guys sound like they were big fans of what Rick Bowness said. I understand they got called out. I understand that there was stuff said about them that they probably took personally. But here is Zach Wierenski on what Rick Bowness said about that Blue Jackets team.
I mean, he's obviously heated in the moment, and rightfully so. I feel like we obviously let it slip, and I think some things, I don't want to say don't agree with, but I know deep down he cares about us and he cares about this team and the players in the room. I think it maybe came out a little bit wrong from how it got spun to the media. I definitely do think right now, especially with how the season ended, everyone has to take a good hard look in the mirror and see where we can be better. I think that's just him. I mean, I've seen him get on us before in the room. I'm sure you guys haven't seen anything like that, but we know it comes from a good place. I feel like it maybe, I don't know. I don't want to speak on his behalf, I guess. So I think we know it comes from a good spot, but I definitely do think it's tough to see.
Okay. So if you go on and watch more of his comments, Zach did go on to eventually say, hey, I don't want to have like a argument with Rick Bowness in the media. Like I'm not phrasing that right. He more or less said, because they kept asking him, like, what about this? What about this? What about this? And he said, listen, guys, if I have a problem with Rick Bowness, I'll talk with him about it. I don't want to do this in the media where then I say stuff to you guys report that, then he gets asked about it, then he responds. So he said, but he clearly, the theme of this, and you'll hear some from Provorov here in a second too. The theme of this was, he's coming from a good place. We understand where he's coming from, but more like he said the wrong thing, but we get it because we're his players and we have his back, but he shouldn't have said that, is more or less the tone that I got from all the comments yesterday. And it seems
like two sides don't see it the same way. It seems like he sees it one way and the players don't see it that way, but that's because the players are used to what they've used to. This is what they've seen, this is what they've been. So to them, it's like, hey, it's just another year, another same result type thing, to where he's like, nah, I'm from greatness. Like y'all ain't there, and y'all got a long way to go, and y'all need to change. And it's kind of like when somebody, anytime there is change, people can't handle it sometimes, and people struggle with change and they resist it. It was like when Urban took over in 2012. Like, it was a whole period where people was just like, I'm not listening to that guy. Like, who does he think he is? But you got to remember, like, Urban's coming from national championships and he sees it totally different than players. It's like, we've been successful around here. We might not have been to the national championship, but what we've done has worked around here. Yeah. So it's two different spectrums, and it takes a long time for you to buy into what Urban was doing. So to me, that seems like exactly what's going on. It's a culture shock.
Yeah, it definitely is. Now, here's Ivan Provorov. Now, you'll hear him ask the question. He had been asked a few different times about the comments from Rick Bowness, and he did respond to them. And the theme every guy said was like, I don't think we hate to lose. I think we need to learn how to win. That was the overriding thing that almost everyone said yesterday. Here is Provorov, though, getting a little frustrated with a reporter who said, yeah, but specifically what can be fixed?
Do you think that this is a franchise that needs a facelift of its culture? Do you agree with those comments that he had made? Does it go beyond just learning how to win?
But you asking the same questions that 4 different people just asked. I already answered. How else do you want me to answer that?
So I guess the way that I take it is learning how to win is one thing, but do you think that the culture goes beyond just learning how to win?
And what would your suggestion be on how I would fix that? Like, what would you do?
I'm not in that position, so I don't have an answer. I didn't know if you thought that.
I mean, our job as players is to perform, and I think we gave, every time we stepped on the ice, we tried to win. Did we get it done? No. Are we all frustrated? Yes. At the end of the day, will we learn from this and move on? Yeah. So, and we'll be better next year? Yes. So, but I don't know. Next question, I guess.
Oh. I think he's trying to downplay it, and he's not catching the sense of urgency.
No.
Nobody's saying, of course, if you're a competitor, of course, when you go out there on the ice, you want to win. That's goal number one. I think the problem is when you go out on the ice and you go down 2-0 and you say, the game's over, and it's period 2. That's where the problem lies.
Yeah. It's the issue of they're like, we need to learn how to win. It's like, who doesn't need to learn how to win? Winners. They just effing do it. That's what it is. Now, I want to juxtapose those comments with this guy's comments. Charlie Coyle, who, full disclosure, we're fans of on this show. He's come on the show before. We've had nothing but good interaction with Charlie. But I've had nothing good interactions with Boone Jenner on this show, and I have ripped Boone Jenner on this show. I would rip Charlie Coyle if I thought he deserved it. Here's Charlie Coyle talking about the comments from Rick Bowness. You tell me if you hear a difference.
Very passionate. You want to play for a guy like that. Was a little bit warranted. Yeah, of course it was. He's a guy who I've loved playing for, still love playing for, and he cares so much. You could tell in the way he talked and spoke, and yeah, was he emotional? Of course he was. But we're all disappointed. We all feel some of those emotions and the way he was feeling, the way he showed. But at the end of the day, I just saw a guy who cares so much and wants to better this team and better everything around it. So I can't really complain with that.
Did that sound slightly different? I don't know, man. I felt like, listen to those. I felt like some of the other players were basically saying, yeah, we like Bones, but we got the guys in our rooms back. And Charlie Coyle was more or less saying, I got Bones' back. Like, it's how I kind of read that. Maybe, am I wrong, Tyvis? Am I reading too much in that?
Charlie Coyle comes off as a veteran that understands, the passion that a coach has. He understands that Bones is not doing it just to collect a check. He's hurt because he thought that this team was better than what they were. Like, he was fully bought into he came off his boat out of retirement because he thought that this team was better than what it was. And for a long stretch of the period, they were. They showed him, like, you know what? They are who I thought. They are really a good team. They just haven't been led correctly. Yeah. And things was going well. And then they just kind of let him down at the end. And that's just somebody that's frustrated, like you hurt, like y'all not who I thought y'all were, like, and that hurts.
These exit day interviews are concerning to me because you got two guys in Provorov and Werenski who have been here for a while, will be here for a while based off of their contract situations, and they seem hurt by Bowness's comments. Then you have Bowness and Coyle, who are kind of in limbo of whether or not they're going to be here next year. They're not under contract, and they seem to get it. Yeah. Charlie Coyle hadn't missed the playoffs in his whole career until he came to this franchise.
Yeah.
Okay.
The guys were apologizing to him in the room because this is the first time he's ever missed the playoffs, and they know they let him down. And he was very gracious about that. He said, hey, it's not about me. It's about us. We didn't make the playoffs. I'm mad about it for all of us. Not for me. You don't have to apologize to me, but that's how bad they felt about letting him down.
So the two guys who haven't been here, they kind of see it, and they're like, oh, this is not the way it's supposed to be. And Coyle basically co-signs Rick Bowness's comments, and Zach and Ivan are basically like, I don't think.
Because they're used to not making the playoffs.
Zach basically explained it as if like Rick Bowness made a mistake.
Yes. The whole tenor of Zach Werenski's press conference is him saying, "Oh well, hey, we all screw up a little bit, right? You can forgive him for that. Forgive him. You should be thanking him for actually saying what needed to be said to your face. Finally, someone actually had the guts to say it." So, yeah, it was extremely disappointing for me to hear Zach Werenski talk like that. And Ivan Provorov, but I'm not surprised by that with him. But Charlie Coyle versus all those other guys, you want to talk about a culture change? There's your culture change right there, in my opinion. All right, come back. There's some more audio I got to play from you. More Jackets audio next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Noticing our first crash of the morning. It's happening as you're heading towards New Albany. 161 in that eastbound direction, just passing Hamilton Road. That left shoulder is currently blocked. Traffic is really building up this morning, too. Brake lights definitely seen on our traffic cam this morning. So if you're heading towards that area, of course, go slow and definitely avoid that left shoulder. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
As the seasons change, it's time to prep your HVAC system with a $49 seasonal tune-up from Columbus Worthington Air. A seasonal tune-up can help save money on your energy bill and help prevent expensive breakdowns. As your local home service experts, everything we do is backed by our exceptional service guarantee. It all adds up to dependable service from neighbors you trust. Columbus Worthington Air and Bryant Heating and Cooling. Whatever it takes. Visit cwaohio.com/radio for details, terms, and conditions. License number 47543.
Parents, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We're listening.
Yeah. Are your teens good with money?
She's a good kid.
She's the best.
Yeah.
I get it. Switch to Huntington Bank, and your teen debit card can really help.
Oh?
You can set spending limits, and your kid can track budgets, so they learn that money doesn't, in fact, grow on trees.
I think we need this.
Sounds good, yeah. We feel you, parents. Let's get more from teen banking. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At Tri-State Men's Health, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. Tri-State Men's Health, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
We're hiring at Don's Garage Doors. No experience? No problem. We provide full training, a brand new van, top-of-the-line tools, a gas card, and steady jobs with weekly pay. This isn't just a job. It's a career with real growth, great pay, and job security. Our team members go from training to 6 figures, and we're ready to help you do the same. Don't wait. Apply now at donsgaragedoors.com.
This spring, celebrate the sparkle that she brings to your life with something that sparkles right back. Whether it's for Mother's Day, an anniversary, or just because, Diamond Cellar has the perfect gift for the women who mean the world to you. Visit Diamond Cellar today on Selma Road and at Easton Town Center.
Rothman and Ice.
In or out on dating somebody taller than you? My ego wouldn't be bruised walking into places and people saying your girlfriend's so much taller than you. I don't care.
Rothman and Ice. Weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, so you just heard a promo for Rothman and Ice. Of course, listen to them every day, noon to 3, right here on The Fan. But they have Zach Wierenski on from time to time. Obviously, they talk to him pretty regularly, and Zach was on with them yesterday, elaborating on some of the comments that he made in his exit interview. Here's a little bit of Zach Wierenski from Rothman and Ice.
I know as players, how we feel about it is different than what he said. You know, I made a comment today that we need to learn to win, and I feel like we haven't been there. We haven't been in that position enough, you know, and I feel like it's not the hatred of losing. Like, I feel like we all feel that. It's just understanding situations and circumstances and, you know, the time of the year, and it's hard. I'm at a loss for words for it, to be honest, because I know how I feel about it. I know how most guys in that room feel about it. We definitely hate to lose. I mean, I don't think that's right, but I also do think it's just Bones in the moment being emotional.
Bones in the moment being emotional. You know, I mean, that's, you can excuse a guy for saying some stuff that he probably shouldn't have, is kind of how I read what Zach is saying there. Now, he did go on to talk about the relationship he has with Rick Bowness.
I think the main thing is, like, we all know that, you know, Bones cares deeply about our group, cares deeply about the guys. He wants the best for us. He's a great hockey coach, and we love playing for him. And that's the first thing I want to start off with, too, is, like, we love Bones. And it was phenomenal playing for him this year. I'm not sure if he'll be back or not next year, but, like, as a group, we really enjoyed what he brought to our team and how much he helped us. And there's no drama or riff there. Obviously, it sucks, you know, reading that. You know, I had a conversation with him on it today on how I felt about it, and I'll keep that between us. But this is all, like, we care about, you know? I mean, outside of our families and health and all that, like, this is it, right? Like, I've been here for 10 years, and I care about the Blue Jackets more than anyone. You know, more like maybe besides Booner, who's been here 3 years longer than me.
It's scary because I don't think they get it.
I don't think they do either.
I don't think
they get it at all.
That's scary.
It
seems like.
Go ahead.
It seems like to them it's not the end of the world. And it is. That's the problem.
Right.
That's the problem.
That's
you're
when
not,
you talk about
viewing
hating losing.
You're not viewing it like this the end of the world. Like,
they view it as like if a few things would have happened differently.
They view it like, for example, it would be like back when I played, how we treated the team up north game. People's like, it's not that serious. No, it is. It is that serious. It's life or death. It is. And people's like, oh, no, it's not. It's just a game. No, it's not. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'd rather die than lose this game. Like, that was the mentality going into those games, which is why we won all those games when we played. So, for example, when you talk about
now,
hockey,
is that not psychotic, crazy?
But that's what you have to be to be good at this profession. You talk about some of the greatest players in any sport. They're a little off. Like,
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, they're psychos.
Yeah, so
right?
like to me, like you're missing it. Like to you, like you're like, oh, okay, we didn't make the playoffs. It's always next year. You know, I got a great family and all that. Yeah, whatever. But at the end of the day, like, no, like we didn't make the playoffs. Like, I'd rather die than not make the playoffs. Like, that's the type of passion that you have to be on the field and on the ice. And that's just not what they don't get that yet.
Yeah. And I think with Zach, like, here's the thing. I am at the point now because I believe that there's been a little discussion. Clearly, I've been leading it on the Boone Jenner train, where I don't think Boone needs to be the captain of this team anymore. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it, but you need different leadership when you have a collapse like this. And also let's not forget how the season freaking started. They brought in guys. This team, everyone says this team had some good core guys. They had some good leadership. They had some good this, they had some good that. And what did they do? They got a coach fired in January because they were so bad. They were almost the worst team in the league, at least record-wise. They played like the worst team in the league a lot of nights. And you got a guy who came in off a fishing boat and was like, gentlemen, I think we should play hockey. And that's all it took was a slightly different voice. I'm not saying Dean Evison didn't have his faults. But if you think Dean Evison was the only reason this team didn't play well, it's because these guys heard a different voice. And suddenly they decided to wake up and play, some of whom should have been doing that anyway on their own. That speaks to on-ice leadership to me. But I feel like some of us have thought, all right, well, Boone Jenner goes away. If he's no longer the captain or if he's not on the team, maybe you give the C to Zach Werenski. He's been an alternate captain. Maybe he gets the captaincy. Not after these comments. I want him to focus on being the best player Zach Werenski can be. Don't worry about leading the team. We'll give that to someone else.
I need you to, with your expertise on hockey, to tell me where did Mason Marchment come from?
Came from Seattle, right? Kraken.
When was the last time Seattle made the playoffs?
Well, they're a fairly new team, but I feel like have they made the playoffs? I'm trying to remember them because obviously,
but he's been around. That's not the only team he's played for.
He was with Dallas before this, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Did they make the playoffs?
Dallas has been one of the best teams in the league the last 5 years.
What about Connor Garland?
God, where did Connor? Why
did he come from Seattle as well?
I thought it was
misremembering.
Or was it Vancouver?
Yeah, he was
Vancouver.
With
because they stink. They were fire sailing away.
When was the last time Vancouver was good or made the playoffs?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. I can't tell you all that. What's the point of the question?
The point is those two guys came right into this organization, and you noticed them immediately. They came in and was on fire immediately. And I'm wondering, is it because they've had playoff experience? They've been there. They know what it takes. And the Jackets didn't, and that's why they were able to outshine them right away?
Yeah.
Or is it that it was just a new scenery and they were just on fire because they hadn't had the scout report?
I think it could be a little bit of like fresh environment. They get to do a new job. They're with a different group of teammates and like that fresh voice thing. But yeah, I feel like there's something to what you're talking about.
It's crazy. Mason Marchment came in and for the first 2 games he had, or 3 goals in 2 games, and Connor Garland had like 4 goals in 4 games or something like that.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like that?
I think you're right. Yeah, you're exactly right.
So is it that those guys were so advanced because they came from places that had either good coaching or good culture?
It could be that. Also, credit to Don Waddell for bringing in some pieces that actually could play, and they instantly came in and were doing the job. Now, everyone lost it at the end of this season. There's no doubting a lot of these guys missed on big opportunities, right? But I want to point to all that you heard from Zach Werenski, from Provorov. I had some Boone Jenner. He was fine too, but everybody's attitude was just like, we don't hold it against Bones. It's all right. Bones is fine. We're not mad at Bones. Let me tell you, this is the difference. Here's what Charlie Coyle said yesterday about his pending free agency and Rick Bowness possibly being back with the team or not.
I love working with Rick. It would definitely be a big positive if he was here. He's been so good for us. I've loved just working with him, learning from him, communicating with him. He cares so much. We've seen that throughout the year. Of course, last night too, he's very passionate and he wants to be here and help this thing move forward and correct some things, which I think we're all on board with. So that would be a big factor. To answer your question, I would love to keep working with Rick and seeing where we can go because I've loved our relationship so far.
So he was asked essentially, I believe the direct question was, would Rick Bowness being here or not be a factor in you wanting to come back to Columbus? And he said, it'd be a huge factor, as you heard him say that.
So we got a tweet from Nagy on Sports. He said, agree with much of what you are saying, but wonder if the length of the regular season make a difference. Can you play I have to win or I'll die level intensity every game for 82 games? And my response to him was, if for the past 2 seasons you missed the playoffs by 1 game, would you look at 82 games differently?
I would think you would.
I thought I would,
You know what else? You know what else I think you would do? I think when you took the first 40 of them off, I think you got some room to like come back now. And with the last 40, I get what he's saying. Like, yes, you have to manage your emotions. It's why these guys are, when we talk to them, they're up, they're down, but they're not super high, they're not super low. They try to stay even keel. I get it. 82 game schedule is a grind. There's no doubt. But the fact that you keep coming up this short
for 2 years, listen, I'll go out there every year like
leadership.
This could be the one.
With the same on-ice leadership.
This could be the one.
And as you said earlier, Dylan, Charlie Coyle, Rick Bowness have been here for, a year or less. And both of them honestly sound vastly different than everyone who's been washed in the Blue Jackets laundromat. And I just feel like maybe we let those guys stop everyone putting the same quarters in the same washing machine, and maybe we get a new laundromat or a new way to clean the uniforms, because something needs to wash the stink off of this organization.
I'll be kind of paranoid.
It's bad. All right, coming up next, the list. Most overrated movies of all time. We'll do that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
As you're heading downtown from the east side, we are seeing an incident happening on 70 and that westbound direction. That right shoulder is currently blocked, so please avoid that area. Once again, if you're heading towards that 70 and 71 split downtown. Also seeing traffic building as per usual by that 70 and 33 intersection in our southeast corner, closer just south of Bexley. So keep that in mind. A lot of people just out the door. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albisu with your fan traffic.
Bo Bishop here. Ready to hit the road and make some memories? Then get to RCD RV, Central Ohio's go-to destination for the best deals, unbeatable service, and adventure-ready RVs. Start your journey today at any of their 3 Central Ohio locations or visit online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Hey, it's Anthony. By now you know my good feet story, but the point I try to get across is that it's an ongoing one for me. For as long as I can remember, it's always been about my lower back. But when I got fitted for my personal arch supports, it's been an absolute game changer. I feel better. They take all the stress off my back. I feel supported and aligned, and you don't hear me complain about it the way I used to. I could feel the difference instantly, and I didn't have to wait to feel that difference. Once I got fitted, popped them in my shoes, took the test walk around the store, and now on a daily basis, everything feels better. And that's what I mean about an ongoing story. This journey to feeling more comfortable makes everything better. You can make an appointment online or just stop into the Good Feet store in Grove City or the one on Polaris Parkway in Westerville, and their experts will personally fit you. Then do what I did. Take a test walk around, and you will feel the difference. Do your feet a favor. Get started at goodfeet.com.
What's up? It's Matty Ice. Shed those winter blues and spring into a brand new 2026 Chevrolet Trax at McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. This month, you can lease a 26 Trax for as low as $179 a month for 36 months with $3,998 due at signing, or purchase for as low as $315 a month for 84 months with just $1,000 due at signing. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details. McDaniel GM Superstore just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion, or visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, it's important to us that when you call Pella Columbus, you talk to a real person.
You should hear how smooth it is when you call us.
You calling right now?
Yep. Oh, here we go. New windows. No. New window. Operator.
Get the windows that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Hop into savings this spring with Ohio Mulch. Right now, save $100 on home delivery orders, but only for a limited time at OhioMulch.com. What sets Ohio Mulch apart? Our premium pine bark mulch made from high-quality southern pine from South Georgia. It lasts longer and creates the perfect pH for acidic-loving plants like hydrangeas and azaleas. Better mulch, better results. Shop now at OhioMulch.com.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, greener, better.
Put more money back in your pocket this spring with special rates as low as 8.99% APR on debt consolidation loans from BMI FCU. Transfer your high-interest credit cards today. Apply at bmifcu.org/consolidate.
Get eco.
ECO. Hey, Jerry. Remember when we launched our $93 drain clearing offer and you invented the phrase 93 or free?
You know, I've actually written quite a few catchphrases in my career.
Oh, yeah. Aren't you the guy who wrote Bob's Your Uncle?
Yep, for my friend Steve, who has an Uncle Bob. I was as surprised as anyone when it caught on with the general public.
Get Eco.
ECO. Well, we need 93 or free to catch on. Our experts will clear your clogged household drain for just $93. If we can't, it's free. And we guarantee it'll stay clear for at least a year, or we'll clear it again for free.
Get Eco, and Bob's your uncle, your drains are clear.
Get Eco.
ECO. But Jerry, my uncle's name is Michael.
Get Eco, and Michael's your uncle, your drains are clear.
Let's stick with 93 or free.
Yeah, good call.
Get Eco.
ECO. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
Every spring marks the debuts of promising young players throughout the major leagues. And some are lucky enough and good enough to make a truly memorable start. How about this April 16th, 1967, when 18-year-old Gary Nolan made his major league debut at Crosley Field. Now, Nolan had been pitching in high school just a year earlier, but zoomed through the Reds minor league system and found himself part of the Reds rotation in 1967. In his debut against the Houston Astros, Nolan struck out 8 batters over 7 1/3 innings and was on his way to winning 14 games in his rookie year. And it all started for Gary Nolan April 16th, 1967, this date in Reds baseball.
This Date in Reds Baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Reds were in the Bay last night taking on the San Francisco Giants. Sal Stewart hit a pair of 3-run bombs, and the Reds cruised past the Giants 8-3. The Redlegs will go for the sweep this afternoon. Coverage starts on the Fan 2 at 12:10. The Guardians lost a rubber match of their series with the St. Louis Cardinals 5-3. The Guards will return home tonight and take on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch is scheduled for 6:10. And in the association, there were a couple of playing games last night. The 76ers beat the Magic 109-97 to secure the 7th seed. The Warriors defeated the Clippers 126-121. They'll play the Suns tonight for the 8th seed out west. Hornets and Magic will play for the last spot in the East. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. If you're not happy with your results in the first week, get 100% of your money back. Visit awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I got a pack of VIP tickets to give away sometime this hour. You can win a 4-pack of VIP tickets to the Classic for Columbus 3-on-3 tournament. The tournament takes place Saturday, May 2nd at Ohio State's RPAC, hosted by NBA legend Kenny Anderson. You can also register to win a team of 3 to play in the tournament. Head to 971thefan.com for more info. And if you need me, I'm available. Because, I listen, I'm about to go back hooping again next Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Turnaround jumper has always been money. I'm going to work on some more of my game. Just in case. You
can go to, you said it's 971thefan.com if you want to get your team registered. And we're giving away a free entry into the tournament.
Yes.
So if you want to play in the tournament.
The winner gets $10,000, right?
Oh, is that right? The winner of the tournament gets $10,000?
I believe that's the case.
You better be sure, Tyvis.
I believe just double check that.
I believe that's the case.
Guess who's giving it away if it isn't? Now that's on you.
Let me look. Hold on. I swear that's what it said. If it's for 10 bands, I'm telling you.
All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm looking at it. But yeah, the Classic for Columbus, that is going to be a fun event. You're going to be out there for that, is that right? Yeah, it says win a share of $10,000. A share of $10,000 cash. But yeah, if you go there right on the website.
I know that's what that thing said.
I was looking out for you, man.
Here's the thing.
But $10,000, y'all give me the ball. I hit. When we going to 21? I hit all 10 turnaround jumpers.
Okay. I'm just telling you that this team is going to be our team. So we want to pick the best team. So please go and register. If you think you can hoop, go do it, because we want to get you registered. And we got to do that this week. So make it happen.
That's why it's a share, because we're taking 9K.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we are. That's right. We're gonna get some cash out of this deal. That's exactly right. All right, let's try to figure out one of the more. I think this will be a fun list segment. We talked about doing it yesterday on the air, but let's try to figure out some of the worst movies of all time.
The best, the worst, and sometimes even the dumbest. It's all here on the list.
Sponsored by Baths R Us. Go to bathsrus.com to schedule your free estimate. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
All right, you can tweet us at Bone and Tyvis 971. I guess I shouldn't say worst movies, because some of these movies are actually great.
I just don't see the hype.
They've been overhyped, overrated, talked about too much for too long.
Correct.
So that's what we're doing today. The list is the top 3 most overrated movies of all time. And I'm going to start off one that I don't think this one gets maybe... This is not going to be as objectionable, what I'm about to say, as the last 2 that I have. But my first overrated movie that I'm going to put out here, I guess number 3 on my list, would be Avatar and all the future Avatar movies. Now, here's why. I saw the original Avatar in theaters, not once, but twice. Mm-hmm. I saw it once in IMAX and once in 3D.
Okay.
And it was, in theaters, an incredible viewing experience.
Yeah.
When you do the IMAX.
That was like the first time IMAX was around, right?
No. I think IMAX was around before.
I feel like, that's when they hyped it up. Yeah. You got to go see it in IMAX.
Well, and they were right, because it was visually stunning. And then the problem is now you will watch it when it's not on the big screen, and it's just like, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it doesn't... What it was, the cultural phenomenon that spawned, James Cameron to have I've got 7 more avatars in the chamber. It's like, who asked for all that? I don't need that.
What they make? Just one more? Has it been 2 more or just one more?
I think they've got now 2 more out, right? But they're like...
Is it 2 out, 1 in the works or something?
Yeah, he's wanted to make... He said he's got all these other ones he wants to make, and it took them for so long to make these other movies.
I know.
But I'm just telling you, I don't think any of them are worth it. Well, and it's not worth the wait, because it's like, if you don't see it in theaters, it kind of loses everything.
Speaking of
there's
Avatar,
3 out, 2 in the works, by the way.
Speaking of
3 of them out, 2 more coming.
Wow. The Last Airbender, the movie. Did y'all catch the leak when it was leaked out on Twitter?
This is a different Avatar.
Yeah, it's not this Avatar.
The Last Airbender.
I don't know anything about that. I've seen it advertised.
It was supposed to come out only on Paramount, because it wasn't going to theaters. It was coming out on Paramount in October.
And it's already out.
They leaked it on Twitter, and it had 25 million views.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. And they said They said it was good. they said it was really good.
Hey, that happened back in the day with System of a Down. They had made an album, and they had done enough at the recording session to say, we can do a second album with all these songs we put down. And so they were getting ready to put that second album out. They were going to go tweak it a little bit, and System of a Down, the whole thing got leaked. And so you know what they did? When the album came out, they called the album Steal This Album and made it look like a burned CD as the cover. And that was their whole thing.
It's so
They
fun.
just leaned into it and said, whatever, fine. You stole it already, but now here's the real thing.
All right, let me get to mine, because we're going to run out of time.
I know.
Number 3, I did a diagonal tease yesterday, and I said Home Alone. So number 3 on my list is Home Alone. It's a good movie. It's just like, you must see this for Christmas. Like, this is the movie of Christmas. No, it's not. No, it's not at all. It's very irresponsible of parents. Like, I don't know why we all like this. Like, what type of parent forgets their kid? Like, come on now, stop it.
Yeah, I can totally understand that. I grew up very much loving it. I'm guilty of overhyping that movie, for sure, because it's nostalgic for me. But if you didn't grow up with it, I totally get that. Dylan, you're number 3.
Number 3 for me is Lord of the Rings. A lot of walking. Like half of the movie walking. If I wanted to watch people walk, I would just go watch a hiker's YouTube channel. Okay, I don't need to see all this walking around.
I mean, in fairness, there's a lot of plot that develops and building of who these characters are while they're walking. But fine, they are very long movies. I'll give you that. What is if you watched the first 3 all back to back to back? Isn't it 10 hours or something?
And 8 of it is walking.
Yeah. All right. There you go. My number 2 most overrated movies of all time. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I was kind of talking about this with Bo Bishop earlier in the week, but I just rewatched that movie not too long ago, and it never fails. There are classic moments in it. There are definitely some things that stick around. You know, how many people have done the Bueller thing and quoted that, but I cannot get past the fact that the entire time I think Ferris Bueller is just a complete jackass. Like the whole way. I don't root for him. I don't like him. I don't get why it's okay that he steals Cameron's dad's car, which, by the way, if you know cars, that Ferrari is like a multi-million-dollar vehicle that he's stealing and just riding around in. Of course, I'm with Cam the entire way. The movie sucks. And then the whole dance routine in the parade, totally unrealistic. The whole thing's unrealistic and stupid. It's not even tethered to reality. It's overrated, in my opinion.
Number 2, Titanic. Dylan mentioned it yesterday, and I agree wholeheartedly. It's one of those movies that you need to watch it one time, but like every time it comes on, it's like, no, it's not. It wasn't that good, to be honest with you. The whole thing is crazy. I mean, I understand that it happened in real life. I understand that, but like you hit iceberg, people singing on the way as the boat is floating. The fact that she was selfish at the end and allow the person that she loved to freeze to death. Like, to me, no.
I love how it's just like, we got it. You hit the iceberg. You all died. Who cares? Just get it over with. Good God. Yeah, I'm with you, though. I don't really like Titanic either. Dylan, you're number 2.
Number 2, any Will Ferrell movie.
You know what? Because I was going to put Step Brothers on there, but I fell back. But go ahead.
Here's why.
What's
the difference in his character in Step Brothers, Anchorman, and Talladega Nights? It's the same dude in a different situation.
I agree.
All right.
I agree with you.
I think
after a while, the shtick was over, and they just kept doing it.
Well, that is fair, and I do think a lot of it is similar. And he is such a distinctive person. The only thing I would push back on is like, in Anchorman, he's doing the whole like overconfident, but yeah, you're right. There's still nuance to everything that he does that is exactly the same. Everything is him being awkward and weird. When everybody else has realized that it's awkward and weird.
Will Ferrell is one of those comedians that everybody loves that I just don't see it.
I agree with you.
You know what it might be? It might be one of those you had to be there kind of guys.
I was there.
We're not that young.
Yeah, I was there. I just my friends talk about it, and I'll be like, yeah, that movie is just
All right. My number 1, and this one gets overrated. Maybe it's not overrated because now enough people have crapped on it. But Forrest Gump, I've never understood.
Oh man,
never understood the hype. I've never understood. It's like, all right, we got it. The guy's like walking around. He's in all the history. We've put it in the like. Everyone was amazed that you could put a guy into scenes that had already existed from history. It's called computer graphics. We now understand that. We have AI now. Like, that's completely not impressive to me. So no, I don't care that
how Dylan feel about Jenny.
Jenny, biggest villain in cinematic history.
True enough, right? Yeah, there's that aspect too. But
number 1 for me, Pulp Fiction. Like I say, Pulp Fiction.
Same year.
Listen, Pulp Fiction. It was a good movie, but it's not like one of those. Oh my gosh, you got to see it. Like, no, you don't.
I am making a note to tell on you to Uncle Bo tomorrow.
Tell him.
That's wow. You're not like
I didn't say I didn't enjoy the movie. I just said it's overhyped. Like people say this is one of the best movies of all time. No, it's not.
I do like Pulp Fiction.
I do too, but it's not the best movie of all time. Like, stop it.
By the way, Shawshank not even nominated, I believe, that year for Oscars. When those that was mostly because of Forrest Gump, but like also that movie got screwed over in the Oscars too. But that's fine. You said overrated. Dylan, you're number 1.
Before I say this, I need to put a restraining order on Timmy Hall because my number 1 is Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark. This huge plot line because Indiana Jones is not relevant to the plot of the film.
You know you go into jail tomorrow, right?
If Indiana Jones wasn't there, the Nazis would have still found the stupid thing. They still would have took it to the island, and they still would have died. Indiana Jones had no effect on the end of the movie. 0.
You're right. He's essentially like an observer of things that would have already happened. You're right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
that's
I guess
fair point.
He saved the Marion chick or whatever, but she was annoying and she was just there because Indiana Jones needs a piece of ass in every single movie. Okay. But when it comes to the main plot, irrelevant, and he's supposed to be the main character.
Okay, you know what? That's fair. So tweet us yours at Bone and Tyvis 971. Feel free to agree, disagree, whatever. We'd love to hear from you on that as well. So I know we talk about this a lot, the worst organization in sports, but Bengals could be in the running for worst sports organization. I'll tell you why next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Thursday. We are seeing 2 disabled vehicles on your roads. The first one is heading outside of downtown, 70 eastbound, passing Kelton Avenue. That right shoulder is blocked. The other one's going to be on our east side, just outside of Gahanna. The right shoulder is blocked on 270 southbound, just beyond Morse Road. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. I've had the privilege of seeing miracles, broken families rebuilt, every crash, every workplace injury, every medical mistake. Fighting back can work. We've gone toe-to-toe with insurance giants, and we've won a lot. Over $30 billion recovered. Size matters. Reputation matters. Results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
3 people, 3 different kinds of joint pain, 1 decision to do something about it. The solution, not surgery. It was QC Kinetics regenerative treatments.
I wanted to use my own body to hopefully regenerate and get rid of that pain. So it's been 3 months and my back is significantly better.
The pain in my knees was pretty severe, so I came here, and even after the first treatment, I noticed an incredible difference. If you have pain in any part of your body, this is the place to go.
I couldn't go to the gym anymore, and I couldn't play with my grandkids. That's why I made the decision to come here to QC Kinetics, and it was the best decision that I ever made for my own health. This works. Don't do surgery.
Finally, relief for 3 real patients. Lives transformed through QC Kinetics non-surgical treatments. Your story could be next. Call for your free consultation today.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Aetna has been my lifesaver. Easy to understand, and if not, customer service is always there to help.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We show up for you, because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
Matty Ice here. April showers bring May flowers and incredible savings at McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. Spring into a brand new 26 Chevy Silverado 1500 and save up to $13,000 off MSRP. Plus, you can get rates as low as 1.9% with approved credit. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details. We're talking serious power, serious capability, and a seriously low price. You can find them just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion, or visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Spring showers revealing roofing or siding issues? Trust the pros at Newman Roofing for expert care, white glove service, and quality you can count on. Schedule your estimate today and take advantage of special financing options. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today.
This is Lieutenant Governor Jim Tressel. If you're driving and take a quick glance at your phone, more can happen than you might think. Because taking your eyes off the road for even just a moment means you could miss everything happening around you. Don't let those few seconds take your attention away from what's right in front of you. Phones down, eyes up, Ohio.
Hey folks, it's game day and the betting's gonna be intense, Drew.
You said it, Dave, but a good pregame routine keeps betting responsible.
That's right, you gotta pause before you play.
Good call. Sports betting is hot, but it can be risky.
And pausing to set limits is an all-star move.
That's right, Dave. If you bet on sports, pause before you play to set limits, recognize the risk, and know when to stop.
Learn more at pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Ryan Day's Buckeyes are ready, and so are we, damn it. Join Anthony Rothman, Dave Biddle, and Tim May for the Pelotonia Spring Game Tailgate Show.
Presented by Key Bank.
Broadcasting live from Fan Fest, Saturday morning at 10 on The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A few stray showers and storms, otherwise mostly cloudy and mild to kick off the day. This afternoon, we could see a chance of showers and thunderstorms, otherwise mostly cloudy, warm and breezy with highs in the upper 70s to low 80s. For tonight, partly cloudy overnight with our lows in the 50s and a mostly sunny end to the work week with highs in the low 80s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Remember the time producer Dylan said that Alabama should be in the playoffs and that Tyvis started yelling at him? Those were good times. And remember later that day when Tyvis punched him in the face? Classic stuff. Here's T-Bone and Tyvis.
Coming up at 7:30, just a few minutes from now, we will talk with Blue Jackets head coach Rick Bowness. We will obviously talk to him about how the way the season ended, his comments after the final game, what he thinks for his future going on with the Blue Jackets. That's all coming up next. Actually, I saw this from Sarah on Twitter, who had posted. She was, seems like a season ticket holder for the Blue Jackets. They have an event at the end of the season called the Paint the Ice event, where they invite season ticket holders to come down to nationwide before they rip up the ice for the year and take everything out. They let you paint messages on the ice. You can, yeah, it's just a cool event for fans, right? And she kind of chronicled a bunch of photos here of people who had, "Thank you, Bones. Please stay, Bones. Thanks, Bones. Thanks, Rick. We want Bones," with a painting of like a dog bone around his name. So Blue Jackets fans making it clear they would like Rick Bowness back, it sounds like. I think that's the overwhelming opinion, right? Wouldn't you say, Tyvis?
Yeah. I don't know how the locker room feels. I feel like the fan base and maybe a little bit of upstairs might feel like they want him back. I know we want him back.
Well, yesterday we talked with Don Waddell on this show and asked him, because he was saying, I got to talk to this person, we got to talk to Rick. And I said, okay, yeah, but if you talk to Rick and he said he wants to come back, what do you want? And he said, well, I'd like to have him back. So, okay. So, all right. So we'll find out if Rick Bowness wants to come back.
He said he got to go to his bosses upstairs, and that's about what they want.
I'll tell you what. We'll get Don Waddell on the other line, and we'll just do the conversation on the air. And then we'll just, by 7:45, we'll have the contract hammered out. Good.
So
who needs the McConnells to sign off on that? We'll just get it done right here.
The fan poll yesterday was, do you think Rick Bowness will be back as the Columbus Blue Jackets head coach? And I was reading some of the replies in the comments, and some people were like, duh, yeah, we want him back. But that's not what the question was.
The question was, yes, do you think he'll be back?
Yes.
Not do you want him back?
Because first I thought, and I'm obviously not Rick Bowness, but if I was him, I wouldn't want to come back. I'd go back to the boat.
I wonder.
I don't know, man.
I mean, but
I wonder if he looks at how this went. Where, you know, we'll ask him. We'll find out.
Right?
Do we got a fan poll question?
We need to come up with one.
Well, we got to work on that.
But
do y'all think that if they took the C away from Boone, would you give it to Zach after his comments?
You know what? I wouldn't, not just because of the comments, but because you don't get players like Zach Werenski very often. I'd rather let him focus on just being awesome and let someone else deal with all the leader. It's a big responsibility to be a captain. I think right now I'd rather have someone who's been outside of this organization be the captain.
Okay.
I'd like them to make a commitment to Charlie Coyle or someone like him who's actually been places where the standard is much higher than it's been in that locker room for the Blue Jackets, and let that guy have a voice for a little bit. And then see how that goes. And you know what? If that doesn't work after a couple of years, then Zach hopefully will still be here, and then you go from there. But, yeah, I don't think I want Zach Werenski to have that responsibility personally. I'd rather him just go out and be awesome and then let someone else deal with the actual leadership on the ice, kind of like they do now with Boone Jenner. He's not the best player out there, clearly, but he is your leader for the foreseeable future until they change that, if they do.
Despite the way the season has ended the last 2 years, I would like them to bring mostly everybody back and then add. But if I'm someone like Marchment or Coyle or Rick Bowness, I'm pulling a Magic Johnson.
I'm not gonna be here.
Really? I wouldn't want to be, but
we'll find out.
It's on them.
We'll find out what Bones thinks coming up in a few minutes. So I saw this article from Tom Pelissaro, who is the NFL Network. Tom Pelissaro, I believe, still.
Yeah.
Okay. This is about Indiana running back Kalon Black, who is, in the pre-draft process. He's going on his visits to teams. What is that, a top 30 visit? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
They get like their top 30 prospects. They're allowed to bring it, whatever. So he'd been on 12 visits with a variety of teams, right?
Do you know that the more visits you take, the more questions they have about you?
Really? Why?
That's kind of the rule that I always thought. Is that the more visits you take, the more that they got questions about you, because obviously they get you in the facility one-on-one to do certain things.
Well, you have to answer more questions because you have more interviews. Yeah. It's essentially an interview, right? Where they're trying to decide if they've seen everything else about you. They just want to make the final decision on if this guy's here and if we liked him, We liked his tape, clearly. Do we want this guy to be part of our organization? So he was doing the final couple of interviews or visits that he had. He was with Vegas with the Raiders, and then he left there to go to Cincinnati. Well, he had a connecting flight in Chicago because, God forbid, we fly these guys direct to the next place. We could. Now, I don't know who's responsible for that. I don't know if that's the agent.
He was flying out of Indiana to go where?
No. He was flying. He played for Indiana. He was in Vegas because he was stringing a few of these interviews together. So he did the Vegas interview with the Raiders. Tom Brady was sitting there going, "Do you want to play for our organization? You want to buy a Kinder Egg?" I was in the gas station yesterday. I see a Tom Brady Kinder Egg display, and I'm like, does this man not have enough money that he has to do advertisements for Kinder Eggs?
Too much money ain't enough money.
I guess not.
And he's not eating that.
No, he's not eating a Kinder Egg.
Not a chance. They should have.
Although he does chew it up and then mouth feed it to his children. He spits it in their mouth like a bird. Anyway, so whatever. So he leaves Vegas, doesn't fly direct to Cincinnati because God forbid we set one of those up for these NFL players. So he has to connect through Chicago and then fly down to Cincinnati. Problem was, I believe the night he was flying in was a night or two ago when we had all the storms. Yeah. We had him here. I'm guessing Chicago may have had some version of that too. Anyway, his flight was not they said it was canceled. So I don't know how that, not delayed, but just flat out canceled. So I don't know, whatever that was. So he didn't have a way to get to Cincinnati. Don't worry. The Bengals spared no expense. Did they wait till the next morning and then fly their private jet up to pick him up and say, "Hey, we want to interview you. You know what? We're an NFL organization. We got a PJ."
They told him to drive or cancel the interview. Which one was it?
They hired an Uber.
Oh, wow.
They hired an Uber to pick this guy up.
From Chicago.
And
drive him to...
It's 5 hours almost from Chicago to Cincinnati by freeway. Oh, and I think it's over 300 some miles. Now, I'm sure that's not a cheap Uber ride, but I have so many questions about that.
Me too.
Number one, how'd you find someone who was like, yeah, I'll just drive from Chicago to Cincinnati on a whim?
Was it Uber Black?
I don't know what Uber it was. They didn't say.
They got the cheapest one.
It was actually a ride share. Where it was like,
the most important
there's like 4 Uber people in it, all who are like, we're going to Cincinnati as well. Yeah. Crazy enough.
They found 3 other people that had the same flight canceled on them.
Yes,
and they all drove to Cincinnati together.
In a like a minivan or something. But no, I think that seems low rent. If you maybe they couldn't get a plane to him, but how do you?
Dallas used to, when I played for Dallas, they had an Uber account. You could go anywhere on it and use it, charge it to them. It was great.
Was that usually in Dallas to be like, yeah, hey, we don't want our players.
You're not going to San Antonio.
But right, that's my point, is that if you're there and you wanted to say go out for a night with friends, and then at the end of that you're like, well, I've had a few too many to drink, of course you use the Uber account, you can head on back. I know you don't drink, but that's probably why they have that, is to help make sure the players never have to get in a car if they're drunk or something like that, or just in general as a nice convenience. But an Uber from Chicago, just fly your own plane up there and pick him up. What are we talking about?
If it's at nighttime, he going to get in the back seat of that car and go to sleep anyway. So
what I want to know is, like, did some low-level executive...
They better draft him for it, too.
Well, true enough, right?
The Bengals, had to try to figure out how to order a Chicago Uber from Cincinnati. Did they ask the player to order an Uber and then they reimbursed him?
That's what I want to know.
They Venmo'd him. They said, hey, order this, put in the destination, see if someone takes the ride, and then let us know how much it costs.
This is an
I
NFL.
want to know the process.
I'm just saying, this is an NFL organization interviewing a potential future player for you. I know that the NFL, looks at themselves like, oh, we can't. The players want so much money, but they have the most team-friendly contract of any of the major 4 sports here in the U.S. I don't understand how these owners can cry poor all the time when they're making billions of dollars from the TV revenue. Just why do they act like it's a local high school that's like, oh, I don't know if we can afford to get real grass in there. We have to get the artificial stuff because it's cheaper to maintain. Oh, a player needs to get home? Well, let's get him a Greyhound bus ticket, essentially. Let's not, fly a plane up there to pick him up, or let's not even have someone from our own organization drive up there. Let's just get a random stranger to pick him up and then drive him down 5 hours. That's just bizarre to me.
They probably tipped him well.
Yeah, I don't doubt that the Uber driver was taken care of. My point is, this guy is potentially a draft pick for you.
Cincinnati gear and all kind of jazz.
He's probably from Chicago.
Yeah, why would he care? Why would he want
you got
that?
a point there. Sell it on eBay.
I actually like the idea that
have Joe Burrow sign it and sell it on eBay.
I like the idea that it was someone on a family vacation who was like, we're from Cincinnati, but you know what? On the way home, why don't we see if we can pick up an Uber? And then it's like, oh, what do you know? We got a future NFL player can join us. And then they'll just drive him back to their hometown. So that's very bizarre, but that's the Bengals for you. All right, 2 minutes away. Rick Bowness, Jackets' current head coach. Air quotes? We'll find out. We'll talk to Rick Bowness in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, as per usual, traffic is really developing this morning. Starting in New Albany, of course, the typical spot's going to be 161 and 62 out there, looking at the 40s and 30s for your speeds, your miles per hour. And for our friends in our southeast corner by Canal Winchester, of course, 33 westbound causing some
Protect your home or business with Ramos Roofing. Trusted roofing, siding, and gutter solutions with free estimates and flexible financing. Call 614-761-7663 or visit RamosRoofingOhio.com today. Ramos Roofing. Reliable, local, built right.
Working your way through that home projects list, that means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your air conditioner or furnace. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain issues? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing problems? Call the Waterworks. HVAC breakdowns? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted and certified plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
Pelotonia has proven there are no limits to community impact. We've raised more than $339 million for innovative cancer research at the James at Ohio State. Now, new routes let anyone be part of Ride Weekend. Mountain biking, trail running, and hiking join Gravel Day. And Pelotonia Kids welcomes our youngest riders because there's only one finish line that matters: ending cancer. Register today.
Bo Bishop here. Picture this. Windows down, the beautiful countryside rolling by, the kids laughing in the back, and nowhere you have to be but wherever the road takes you. That's RV life. Find yours at RCD RV. 3 locations in Central Ohio or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
During this 10-second promo, Rothman will lose money gambling on something.
People like you come here and blow the family nest egg that built this town.
Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan. Freshly brewed coffee.
Yes, it's coffee time. Coffee.
And a chat with Jackets coach Rick Bowness, who came out of retirement just to talk to T-Bone and Tyvis. I shall call this segment Coffee with the Coach.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
Well, we've been talking to this guy ever since he has been in town this year, and obviously season's now over, unfortunately, but Rick Bowness kind enough to join us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Rick, we appreciate the time this morning. We obviously saw what you said after the game the other night. Were you surprised by the response to what you said from, like, the national media and everybody around hockey picking that up?
Not really. That's news. Listen. I was obviously incredibly disappointed at the end of that game. It was a tough month. But the first person I look at when we play like that is me. And I've always told the players this. I'm my harshest critic. And when we don't play well, I go after myself first and foremost. Review everything I've done before the game, whether it's the video or the preparation or what I've talked about in the morning. So I was beating myself up pretty good there too. So, but not really surprised. You're on the national stage like that. So, yeah, I guess the best way to say that is I'm not surprised. And I was really disappointed in myself, and obviously very disappointed in how the team played. I was hoping for a real good effort that night. It was going to be the last game. We've got a tremendous fan base here. Fantastic, enthusiastic fans, very, very supportive. And I was just hoping that we would end the season on a very positive note with a win. And, listen, people pay a lot of money to come to see us play. Families there watching. And I was just hoping for a better effort from all of us, and it didn't happen. and it was a very frustrating end to the last couple of weeks.
Coach, we know you came out of retirement, obviously, to talk to us every week, and we want obviously we want to continue. We want this to continue for next season. I guess the big question is, will you be back next season? Will we keep this segment going, or are you going back to the boat and leaving us? And if you are, can I join you on the boat?
Yeah, that's right.
There's room on the boat for you anytime. Okay. Anytime you're in Florida, that'll be decided over the next couple of days. Talking to Judy here and sit down with Dawn, but that will come to a head here the next couple of days.
I'm curious what you thought of talking about the response. Did you see what the Blue Jackets fan base seemed to largely say after that? If you haven't, I mean, what we've seen here has been a largely very positive response to your comments about this team. Did you know that you would strike a nerve that way with Blue Jackets fans that felt like a lot of what you said is something this organization needed to hear?
Well, all I know is disappointed in me and the team that night. I guess I don't think I gave it that much in-depth analysis. I just had to get something off my chest. And, sometimes my passion gets in my own way. So it's nice that the fans have responded like they have from what I've been told. I'm not on social media at all. So from what I hear, it struck a positive nerve with them. So, but again, when you're there at the moment, as you guys know, you're not really thinking about too much other than I've got to get this message across. But, the one thing I did say in that rant that didn't get any play was, and I did say some of these players are lucky there's no game or practice tomorrow, and that I was hoping that would take a lot of the focus off the entire team, because it's certainly not the entire team. There's a couple of guys that I didn't feel I was getting across to, and the frustration was more directed at them, but also how the team had played that particular game.
Coach, one of the things that I was curious about is timing. Do you wish that, you would have said this earlier, like 2 weeks ago, or do you think that right then was the perfect time to say those things?
Well, we had meetings over the last couple of weeks. I mean, it wasn't that one came to a head, but it's not like I wasn't addressing the issues once we started to slide a little bit. The issues were being addressed, trust me, on a daily basis, post-game analysis with the players in the practices, the meetings. So everything was being addressed. We were trying to fix everything. We weren't just accepting the slide and saying, okay, it's not going our way. We did have a couple of games that we should have won, but we didn't because we didn't score. We played well enough to get a couple of points out of that slide, which probably could have made the difference. But no, as once you see these, you lose a game or you lose a couple of games, those things have to be addressed immediately in the room, and they were. And we had the video session, the talks to the players. I know the players had their own meeting one night, so everyone was a little frustrated with what was going on. But again, during that whole last couple of weeks, we felt we were right on top of what needed to be addressed on a day-to-day basis.
Rick Bowness joining us in the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Gas Hotline. My co-host here, Tyvis, being a former football player, hates it when we call him a member of the media, but, that's kind of what he does now.
Yeah, former athlete that works in media, Coach.
Sure, right. Well, as a former player and coach yourself, I know you've also been a member of the media, and one of the things that, we media members, when we hear those comments, one of the things I took away was you said, if I'm back, I've got some ideas on what to do to fix it. I know how I would fix it. I know it's tough to get into specifics because you don't even know if you're coming back yet. But if that is the case and you are back next year, would some of what you address have to do with maybe the on-ice leadership of this team or changing some of the culture in that way? What are some specific thoughts you had about how you might address some of the changes there?
Well, seriously, the leaders were doing what they could, like Boone Jenner, Z, Charlie Coyle, Sean Monahan. Like they're in the room. They had a good feel. They were just as frustrated as the coaches that of how we were playing. But there's certain things now. When you get in, if we're back and we're seeing things, like the whole time you're telling them you're not going to get away with the way we're playing in the playoffs, just things like that. Well, now when that, if I come back and if that's referenced, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So it will start with that, and I've got a great rapport with all the players. So it's not just the leadership, but fortunately I do have a good rapport with all the players. Had great end of the year meetings with them yesterday. They're all incredibly disappointed. I think that's the motivation going into next year, that they are really, really, because obviously we were playing so well. So every single player that came into my office yesterday was incredibly disappointed on how the season went. So that's going to be a lot of extra motivation for our group going into next season.
You know, couple of guys that, you know, may potentially hit free agency this year, Mason Marchment and Charlie Coyle. You know, what make the case for why the Jackets should bring those two guys back?
Well, listen, Charlie Coyle had an outstanding year. He did. Before we lost Ole, and that was a big loss to us, losing Matthew Olivier. That was really our best line. They attacked the opposition's best line. They were scoring goals. They were gaining momentum for us, or taking momentum away from the other team. That line with Cole Sillinger and Coyle, that was our best line. And so Charlie Coyle's a big part of this team, and we sure as heck hope he goes back, because he does so many things on the ice. He's such a true pro. Mason Marchment is a goal scorer, and clearly we lost a couple of those games. Well, we played really well and didn't score. So the more offense you have in your lineup, the better. Mason's a good kid. Just had a young family. He has a young family now, so I hope he wants to stay. I think he wants to stay. But when you become a free agent, as you know, as a former athlete, and you only get it once or twice in your career, you got to take full advantage of it. And he's completely free as of July 1st, and we'll just have to see where it goes from there.
We had Don Waddell on yesterday, president of Hockey Ops for the Blue Jackets, and he had been saying, you know, we're going to have a chat, we're going to talk, Rick and I will sit down and talk. And as we went through the interview, I just thought, all right, well, let's pretend Rick Bowness wants to come back. Would Don Waddell want him back? And he said, oh, yeah, that'd be my goal. If my bosses will let me do that, that's what I'd like to do. Well, now you're here. I mean, do we want to get him on the phone and just make this? We can do this in 5 minutes if you want. If I know there's a lot of stuff to work out, but if you had your way, what would you be doing next year? Would you be coaching the Columbus Blue Jackets?
Well, you're trying to put me on the spot on that one.
I'm just saying.
My original statement saying this will be addressed in the next couple of days.
All right.
How's that?
There we go. I like it. Well, I know there's a lot to figure out for you. I know there's a lot to weigh there, and that's exactly the right way to do it. So we appreciate the time today, Rick, and obviously the best of luck going forward. We hope you're back next year, all right?
All right. Appreciate it very much. Always a pleasure, guys. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. There you go. Rick Bowness. Bones himself, the legend, right here on the Fan. Sucks that that's not a playoff team. Sucks it's not a playoff coach right now, because I would love to have seen what that team could have done in the playoffs, and they were so close. But that doesn't count. It's not horseshoes. It's not hand grenades. So, yeah, lots to figure out for the Blue Jackets going forward. All right, we'll come back. ESPN did a pre-spring football ranking. Where do they have the Buckeyes ranked? I'll tell you next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Thursday morning to you in our southeast Columbus area. Just outside of Groveport, we are noticing a bad crash out there. It's on that 270 northbound direction, passing Allen Creek Drive, and right before that 33 intersection. Not one, but two left lanes are currently blocked out there, involving a semi, too. So no injuries reported with this crash, but causing some major backups this morning. Folks, if you can, get off 270, go towards Allen Creek Drive instead, then Groveport Road. That will get you northbound on South Hamilton Road, then 33 and more of that westbound direction, eventually back towards 270 northbound. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
coffee, sandwich, hash browns. Tired of the same breakfast routine? Time to refresh your morning ritual with a $6 Tim's Trio from Tim Hortons. It starts with a premium blend of freshly brewed coffee, a hot, savory breakfast sandwich made with freshly cracked eggs, and for a tasty twist, a daily baked donut to sweeten the deal. Ask for the $6 Tim's Trio. Your morning ritual refreshed. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer. Medium coffee only. Terms apply.
Columbus drivers, Ford is making it easy to drive home happy with special financing that works for all credit situations. At Capital Ford of Columbus, save up to $10,000 off MSRP on remaining 2025 Ford Escapes in stock. No matter your credit, Capital Ford of Columbus has programs to get you approved fast and into any new or used Ford in stock. Don't miss out. These incredible offers end April 30th. Head to Capital Ford of Columbus at 1090 South Hamilton Road today or get pre-approved at capitalfordofcolumbus.com.
It's never a bad time to fire up the grill. At Billiards Plus, the grilling season never ends. While you're grill shopping, you'll love browsing Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing. 614-NEW-ROOF. NewmanRoofing.com.
Aviators football returns Friday, April 17th, 8 p.m. kickoff. The first 5,000 fans through the gates take home a free team flag. Grab your tickets now at UFLaviators.com. United we fly.
Colin Mann here for Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Oh, Mikey, did you know something new is coming and it's right around the corner?
What is it?
Now you can stay while you play. It's the all-new Hollywood Casino Columbus Hotel. It's coming June 12th, and we want you to celebrate with us as we open the doors with a can't-miss concert and festival.
And here's something for you this month. It's the Win Your Way drawings on select Wednesdays and Saturdays. You can score $100,000. Plus, coming in May, it's the Hollywood Tribute Concert Series.
Ooh, must be 21 to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
It's 2026, the year you achieve your health goals. The Good Feet store wants to help. Trade in your bad feet for good feet. We want to help you walk, run, exercise, and play in comfort this year. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Ohio Heating and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
If your kid is complaining about not wanting to go to school, blast the volume on this show. You won't have any more problems. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Pick a number, Bone.
Let's go with. That's such a good question. You know what? I'm gonna go with 5. Let's go with 5, just because.
Caller number 5 is gonna win a 4-pack of VIP tickets to Classic for Columbus 303 tournament. 614-821-9710 is the number. Caller number 5. There we go.
You couldn't play quarterback at Oregon.
No, I couldn't. I don't have decisive. I was actually pondering I was trying to think of which basketball player do I want to highlight. I said, screw, I don't care. Because the first number that popped up was, I was thinking maybe 23. No, that's too many callers.
I have an update for you.
Well, hey, real quick on the Classic for Columbus.
Yes.
You can win the VIP passes.
Yes, you can also register to win a team of 3 to play in the tournament. Head to 971thefan.com for more info.
And you said this earlier. If you play in the tournament and your team gets up and wins it, you win a share of $10,000.
After we take our cut.
10 bands.
Well, because we get to pick the team. So I'm just saying we get a say in that, but you can go register for that part of the contest and actually try to get your team in for free via us by going to 971thefan.com, and we get to pick the team. So get your submissions in, and I don't know if you have some stats that go with it, let us know what you can do. That's all I'm saying. Don't just put your, like, I don't know if you are like, oh no, but on the playground streets, I'm known as, like, I'm not going to know that. But if you tell me, like, hey, I played in college or I played in high school, that will go a long way. That will help me know who we're dealing with here. And name the high school, please, because if it's where did Colin White go to high school? Was it Oxford, Glendorf, or whatever? Some name I've never heard of.
Is he still in the portal, or is he?
Yeah, I believe so.
We got two Mr. Basketballs this week. Devin Royals going to Villanova, and Gabe Cupps is going to University
of Illinois, Chicago.
So did Colin White pick a place?
I don't know if he did or not. I'm sure he will.
Yeah. Gryffindor High School.
Hey, by the way, Dylan, how's it worked out? Remember last week when the portal opened right after the national championship game and everybody, all the breathless reporting from the Ohio State media who carry the water for Jake Diebler, when they were all like, oh, we got Zoom calls scheduled. Have any of the Zoom calls panned out? Did we get any recruits? Have any of those guys landed with Ohio State, or did they all pick other places?
They got Justin Pippen.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. That's good.
And, Take me to the Balkans.
Yes. Take me to the Balkans,
no,
please.
They got the dude from Kentucky who's, let me see if you've heard this one before. Guy from Kentucky that they didn't want off of their crappy team, who's 6'11", and I promise you will be really good in the post.
It might not be that they didn't want him. He probably, it's kind of like at Ohio State.
What was he averaging? Was he like an 18-10 guy at Kentucky, and they just said, oh, sorry, we really want you, but he just doesn't like Mark
The transfer portal has made it to where, like, if I'm a kid out of high school, I want to go to one of those blue blood programs. Why? Because even if I make it, even if I don't make it, right? Worst case scenario, somebody's going to want that product. It's like playing receiver at Ohio State. You go to Ohio State and it doesn't work out, or you're not, even if you're a 2, let's say you're in the 2 deep. If you hit the portal, we just seen it with Quincy Porter and Mylan Graham.
Yep.
They was going to be in the 2 deep, maybe even potentially starters, but somebody else was willing to pay them way more money to come try to be a starter for them, so they just took it. Like, that's the same thing that's probably happened with Kentucky basketball.
That's probably it. You're right. This dude is probably, and then again, remember what all Buckeye fans said when those guys left was like, oh, they suck. We don't need them. They're terrible. We don't want them. Remember that?
That's how we feel about. That's how Kentucky probably feel about their players.
So I'm trying to bring up the point. So we'll see, man. We'll find out. But did they let? What about the dude from Notre Dame? Was that guy that was? Remember
from
they were
Notre Dame.
Yeah, there was from basketball. There was a dude from Notre Dame that was like in the portal, and we were like in his final 3.
Oh,
has he made a decision?
I don't know nothing about.
Do we know?
I don't know either.
All right. All right. I'll have to. I guess I'll have to go do my own research on this.
Sorry.
I'll find out.
I'm looking it up now.
Go look up.
Dang.
Yeah.
A second. Dang. What's wrong with you? But I was trying to give you an update on my neighborhood. So, remember how when I don't know, it was a while ago that I told you that it's a guy who parks his van on the opposite side of the street. So it like makes the road thin. You got to like slow down to get through.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a lot of people thought it was very annoying. Well, it turns out last night somebody bent the corner and hit his mirror.
Ooh.
And like it's like broke off and now it's on the floor. My wife says she witnessed the whole thing. But
she gonna snitch?
She better not. She better not. She better not. I say all this to say she better not.
We have someone in our neighborhood who does this where they park on the side of the road. And I get it. That's fine. You don't have enough room in your driveway. This guy actually probably has to, guy or gal. They have a huge like dually truck that hauls a big trailer behind it. And the trailer sometimes will have like heavy machinery on it. Like I'm talking a very small bulldozer sometimes is on it, right?
Okay.
So I get why that isn't parked in this person's driveway. It wouldn't fit. However, they live on like the curve of this road is where their house sits.
Mm-hmm.
And if they would just pull the truck up like 50 feet, now they'd be taking someone else's spot, but then it would be like flat against the road.
Yeah.
Against the curb.
Well,
but the problem is this person parks it on the curb, and so it sticks out way more than it has to the point they put a road cone out by it sometimes so people don't hit the corner of this. Because if you hit the corner of this thing, your whole the trailer probably would be fine. Your stuff will be all messed up.
Well, see, this van should just park on the same side as everybody else. then it would never have to worry about getting hit because it'd be enough road for the cars to get through. But
at our neighborhood, you're only allowed to park on one side of the road.
I mean, I thought that was the case too, but that's not the case. All right, so there's two guys from Notre Dame.
It's Jalen Harrelson.
Oh, well, he's going to Tennessee.
Yes.
Well, that's okay.
Shout out to my friend Ben who texted me and told me that because I can't do my job on my own. Either him or Tyvis helps me.
Him and Marcus Burton and Jalen Harrelson are the two players from Notre Dame in the portal. Marcus Burton is going to Indiana. Jalen Harrelson is going to Tennessee.
Sick, bro. All right, cool. Good to know.
We ain't have enough dollars.
By the way, the Oregon quarterback coach ice cream thing, pick chocolate or vanilla real fast, reminded me. Yesterday, I tried gelato.
You got a twist.
For the first time in a long time. It was only the second time I ever had it. The first time, bad experience. I had it at some casino somewhere. I don't even know which one.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is overrated. But then I had it again yesterday. Good stuff. And, I'm assuming Tyvis doesn't know. I'm assuming you know the difference between gelato and ice cream.
Yeah,
what's that supposed to mean?
Gelato's like half.
Look at him and look at you.
It's like. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Tyvis, that's right. Gelato's like half like a custardy thing and half like a frozen treat. Like it's a mixture of stuff,
it's just
right?
It's not different, and it's more expensive and fancier. And I just thought that it just cost more.
It
but
is
it
good.
Actually tastes better.
Yeah, gelato's really good. I do like a gelato.
So
I don't get it that often, but yeah,
you got money to spend the extra $1 to get gelato.
Well, you see what happened last night for being for real.
Must be nice.
My girlfriend said, "No, I'm paying for dinner."
Oh,
okay.
And as we know, Dylan loves it when someone else offers to pay. He's like, "Oh, cool, 2 steaks then, I guess, right?" And the whole rest of the family's like, "We're gonna get soup and salad." He's like, "No, I got 2 tomahawks on the way for me."
She didn't tell me ahead of time. She told me after the fact, so I wasn't able to do that. But then I was like, you know what, we got to get a fancier dessert then, since I didn't pay for dinner.
That's good.
So we went with the gelato.
Where did you go?
We were in quote unquote downtown Delaware.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm familiar.
That's how you know you have a small town, is when people call it uptown. It's like, oh, I'm in uptown Delaware, uptown Marysville. Uptown Funk is where you were. Yeah, when you live in a big city, you go downtown. When you live in a tiny city, you go to uptown. That's what towns have.
I got some friends that live close to downtown Delaware.
Uptown. There you go. All right, so we didn't get to it. We'll do it next. Buckeyes, preseason rankings. Where are they falling according to ESPN? We'll tell you next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Thursday morning to you in our southeast Columbus area. Just outside of Groveport, we are noticing a bad crash out there. It's on that 270 northbound direction, passing Alum Creek Drive, and right before that 33 intersection. Not one, but 2 left lanes are currently blocked out there, involving a semi too. So no injuries reported with this crash, but causing some major backups this morning. Folks, if you can, get off 270, go towards Alum Creek Drive instead, then Groveport Road. That will get you northbound on South Hamilton Road, then 33, and more of that's westbound direction, eventually back towards 270 northbound. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Our yoga instructor challenged us to find inner peace. I found it faster than anyone. After 4 seconds, I stood up and screamed, "I found Nirvana! I win!" They asked me to leave. I guess they don't respect winning. Bet365 does, though. New customers get $200 in bonus bets just for betting $10. Namaste, losers. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
There is nothing more meaningful you can do for yourself, your family, and friends than finally getting rid of that pain so they can enjoy that time with you again, especially heading into vacation season. Here, let me help you. It's Bobby Carpenter, and Dr. Tesler and his team at QC Kinetics take care of your pain in the office so you can go right along with your day. It's that easy. So if you say yes to any of these questions, you're the kind of patient QC Kinetics regenerative treatments can help every day. I have consistent pain in my joint, knees, hips, shoulder, back. Pain keeps me from getting a good night's sleep. I'm missing work or saying no to things that I love. I don't want surgery or a long-term recovery. I am at the end of my rope, and taking medications every day is just going to get me through the day. I don't want to do it anymore. So if you want to do that, go check out your free consultation over with my friends at QC Kinetics in Dublin or Gahanna. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices in Dublin and in Gahanna.
This one's for the landscaping pros. If landscaping is your business, you know the right equipment matters. Gravely is built for long days, clean stripes, and professional results that keep clients coming back. And right now, during the Gravely Mow the Distance sales event, you can get up to 20% off Gravely commercial mowers. It's the Gravely Mow the Distance sales event, April 9th through the 19th. Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
We have a simple formula at Shelter Insurance. Provide personalized coverage at great rates with local agents to help you choose the coverage you need. And if the unexpected happens, fulfill our promise to be there when you need us most. Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
This is Gordon Miller for Miller Lending, the original home of the no-cost mortgage. If you've been in the market for a new home or just wanted to take advantage of lower rates, recent events have shown exactly why Miller Lending chose to offer a way around bad timing with our no closing cost program. With no fees rolled in or charged, including the cost of title insurance, you can simply close on today's rates and refinance free of charge as rates improve. Over the past several months, we spoke to numerous borrowers who had heard rates were coming down and chose to wait. We explained that if rates did fall, you could simply update a few documents and refinance again, but why take the chance? So when rates spiked a 0.5% recently, not only was I disappointed that we couldn't help those who waited, but also for those buying a home who just saw a sharp increase to their monthly payment. So while we can't control the market, we can offer an alternative. Eliminate timing and say goodbye to closing costs forever. 877-9-NO-COST, or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
No one plans to get into an accident, but when it happens, we strive in making life easier for you. This is Justin Hinderer. The Hinderer Motor Company Collision Center is ICAR certified and certified by many manufacturers to provide the best quality repair available. All of our repairs come with a lifetime warranty. We have our own 24/7 towing service so you never have to wait. Plus, we offer on-site rental cars for every lifestyle. At Hinderer Motor Company, we love what moves you.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place. And are you tired of windows so drafty that your curtains blow in the wind even after you shut your windows?
Sounds like a problem, Wilson.
It's why at the other window place, we now offer curtain tie-downs.
Wouldn't just great non-drafty windows be the answer?
And tank the entire curtain tie-down market?
Get the windows that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Reds were in the Bay last night taking on the San Francisco Giants. Sal Stewart hit a pair of 3-run bombs, and the Reds cruised past the Giants 8-3. The Redlegs will go for the sweep this afternoon. Coverage starts on the Fan 2 at 12:10. The Guardians lost a rubber match of their series with the St. Louis Cardinals 5-3. The Guards will return home tonight and take on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch is scheduled for 6:10. And in the association, there were a couple of playing games last night. The 76ers beat the Magic 109-97 to secure the 7th seed. The Warriors defeated the Clippers 126-121. The Dubs will play the Suns tonight for the 8th seed out west. Hornets and Magic will play for the last spot in the East. This update was sponsored by Green & Sons. Find your next Kubota tractor at Green & Sons, located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville, and online at greenandsons.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
One of these men is bald and fat. The other is T-Bone. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You know, Dylan, Mario brought out a really good analysis. He says that you are making your girl pay for dinner.
I did not make her pay for dinner.
While your daughter was pumping gas. You're doing really well. You're doing really well.
exactly right.
You know what?
Well, that's not what I meant to play. That's
every relationship's a give and take, Tyvis. Sometimes I need to do some taking. Yes, like our relationship.
I just do give.
Yeah, Dylan, when are you picking up breakfast? You doing a pick up breakfast anytime soon for this guy? He's bought you every breakfast in the last year that we've had at this station.
I can only do it on a Wednesday.
I've paid for breakfast maybe 2 or 3 times.
Oh, wow. 2 or 3. How many breakfasts has Tyvis bought you in the last year?
Maybe like 20 or 30.
Has it been that many?
It's got to be. I think that's shooting it low. I think it's more than that. Don't get breakfast at least. No, hang on.
My part.
You guys get breakfast. Would you say on average once a week at least? Ordered in here? I feel like it's at least once a week.
I would say it's a little below that, but close to once a week.
There were times where it was twice a week, for sure.
There was times where it was twice a week, for
and
sure.
so I'm saying then there would be a week where maybe you didn't do it at all, but that evens out at least once a week.
Yeah.
We have been a show now for 11 months, so 52 weeks in a year.
But I hopped in July.
That's fair. All right,
so,
fine.
Yeah,
that's right.
Probably
You haven't been
30.
here. Okay.
We'll go with 30.
And shout out to Jessica for being in the chat, setting the record straight. She says Dylan usually pays for stuff. She just wanted to feel important.
There we go.
That's, yeah. You know what? Jessica, just, blink if he is like just hoovering your bank account as we speak. Just let us know.
I thought Dylan got a sugar mama on this one, but I guess it's an even trade.
I don't know. It remains to be seen, is all I'm going to say.
That's the track we're going for, Tyvis. She doesn't know.
By the way, I just want to throw this out before we go any further. Like, no shame in that game. If you have a sugar mama, God bless. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's a days economy.
No.
Hey, you doing it.
I'm saying, like, it doesn't work out that way in my relationship or in many of the other relationships. Although I can't say that. When we first started out, my wife and I, when we got married, she made more than I did. And then when I, really said, okay, I'm going for it in radio, I had to take a job out in Dayton where, no joke, I made minimum wage running a board out in Dayton. And I drove there from Columbus 4 times a week.
So you was losing money.
Yes. And so she was the one bringing in, that's the only reason we could, stay afloat was because of her. So, now it works out that, yes, I think I make slightly more than she does. But the point is, it doesn't matter. That's how a good relationship is. You have give and you have take. So Dylan last night was on the take, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. It's all good. I did see that ESPN, Mark Schlabach, did his college football way too early top 25. This is the spring update to that because obviously spring football is going on. I'm guessing next week they'll do this again after more spring games have happened, right?
That seems like the logical thing to do, but in this profession, you're not supposed to apply logic.
No, you don't want to do that. So he has the Ohio State Buckeyes ranked as the number 1 team in the way too early top 25.
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks. Not a surprise there. Do you want to take a guess at any of the other top 5 teams?
Texas.
Yes.
LSU.
Texas is number 5. LSU, not in the top 5.
Notre Dame.
That is a top 5 team, yes. They are number 4. One of these teams has a problem with driving cars.
Georgia.
There you go. They are number 3.
And the last one.
Big Ten team.
Oregon.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Oregon is 2. Georgia 3. Notre Dame 4. Texas 5. Rest of the top 10. So no Indiana in the top 5. Now, of course, they've got to replace a lot, but, they've had it rolling there the last couple of years.
I'll be interested to see what that looks like because you're losing your core guys.
You're replacing Fernando Mendoza with Josh Hoover, who played at TCU. And, I mean, if you listen to Kurt Cignetti, he might be like a Heisman contender the way Cignetti talks him up. He thinks he's God's gift to quarterback. We'll find out.
I'm not doubting Kirk Cignetti no more.
No, I'm not either. I don't doubt him at all.
I wish that Curtis Rourke would have played in the NFL last year. Because I want to know if it's the system or if it's the quarterbacks.
Well, you know what? That'll be a very fun storyline to watch the NFL this year. Now, we're not going to know after year 1 necessarily with Fernando Mendoza. It might take him a year or 2 to kind of figure it out. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, that's a very solid question there. But they're losing a ton. Elijah Surratt, Omar Cooper Jr., both their stud wide receivers are gone. We talked about how they're losing their running back. D'Angelo Pons is gone. Their stud corner. Half their defensive line is. I mean, they're losing a ton of guys off this team, including their starting center, Pat Coogan. So they have to replace a ton there at Indiana, but that's going to be obviously a storyline to keep an eye on. The rest of the top 10, Miami at 7, Texas Tech at 8, Ole Miss 9, Texas A&M, they have ranked 10. So LSU is ranked down at 11 when we were trying to guess who might be there. Obviously, now with their first year of Lane Kiffin.
They ain't hearing it. They not buying into the Lane Kiffin hype. Huh?
Not yet. Not at all.
Where's Alabama?
That's another interesting one. Alabama is ranked 16th in this too early, which I just love. The fact that the SEC is down like
in
this.
The top 10, how many SECs is it? Georgia?
We said Georgia, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, and
Texas.
No. Oh, yeah, Texas was 5th. You're right. I did.
So they got
say
4
Texas.
in the top 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big Ten has Ohio State, Oregon, Indiana at 6, like I said, and then that's it. So they have 3.
Okay.
All right.
So interesting.
That's fine. Whatever. Michigan, for what it's worth, is at 14. Penn State at 15. This is preseason rankings.
They got the Wolverines at 14.
Yeah, they
and
do.
Alabama at 16.
They do.
Yeah. Tyvis, they got Bryce Underwood throwing behind the back passes for touchdowns in practice and blowing up Michigan Twitter.
You're talking about the same Alabama that got into the CFP?
Yeah, but that's, you know what?
And won a game.
Listen,
don't forget that.
Now they've got
standards have changed.
Now you've got with Kyle Whittingham coming into Michigan, everything's going to get fixed because the last guy they had there was criminally horny, I guess is the best way you could say that. At least very much horny, not doing his job. So now
he on probation.
Okay, does probation happen when you're innocent? No, it means he pled no contest. I mean, what do you want? The judge lectured him and said, "Look, I'm not throwing you in jail, but we all admit you did something wrong here." Anyway, I'm just saying, now they have a coach who's actually going to try to coach the football team as opposed to get into Instagram models' DMs. So maybe that will improve them from 9-4 to being a playoff team.
You don't know what Kyle Whittingham is into. He was in Utah. They weren't doing that in Utah.
They got the sister wives out there.
I mean, I don't know what they have. I know they got dirty sodas out there. I don't think those sound disgusting. I don't want one, but whatever. So also Penn State, first-year head coach with Matt Campbell. They got him they got him 15. So I'm saying
good for him.
They got Michigan, Penn State hovering around the playoffs there in this ranking. Washington they have at 17. They have Iowa at 19. They have USC at 20. So I'm saying they do have a decent number of Big Ten.
USC at 20?
They have a decent number of Big Ten teams in here, but yeah, that's where you're at. So
I guess they did lose their receivers. So we'll see.
Buckeyes play all of those Big Ten teams. Am I right?
USC, Oregon, Indiana, Iowa. What was the other one you said? Washington?
Washington. They don't play Washington.
I don't think so. Yeah.
But they don't play Penn State either. I forgot. This year they don't play Penn State.
A crown.
I know, but that's where we're at. So there you go. That's the list from ESPN's Mark Schlabach of where these programs rank as we get into spring football. Obviously, we have the spring game coming up on Saturday. Coverage will start here at 10 a.m., Dylan? Is that what we said earlier?
Correct.
10 a.m. on Saturday. And, of course, we'll have Paul Keels, Jim Lachey at noon with the call of whatever this looks like. Ryan Day said it is going to be more of a game this year. Not so, you know how some of the spring game practices have been more like, oh, yeah, we're just having a guy. They're throwing against 7-on-7 or some, kind of version of it.
Real quick. Today is April 16th. You know what Taco Bell is doing today?
No.
They're bringing back the triple-double crunch wrap.
What?
Will you participate?
How did I not know? I'm on the app. I got the notifications on. I'm on every social media. How did I not know this?
The People's Magazine. It says that as of April 16th, fans can welcome back.
What is the People's Magazine? Is that written by
Magazine?
The Rock's Elbow writes that magazine. The People's Magazine. People Magazine has this. What are we talking about? I don't even know. The People's Magazine. It doesn't matter. Can you smell what Taco Bell is doing? Yeah, that's where you read that. The People's Magazine.
This is coming up in Tyvis's algorithm because he is the resident foodie.
How did you get this?
Because
I'm there all the time.
I follow people on Twitter. So
I follow people too. The People's Magazine? Is that who you follow? Turn it sideways. All right. Some of the Blue Jackets players you may have heard didn't seem too thrilled with being called out by Rick Bowness. We spoke with Rick earlier in the show. You will hear what some of his players thought of that call out next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Thursday. Right now, we are noticing a big and messy crash in southeast Columbus. It's happening on 270 in that northbound direction. As you're heading towards places like Roadport, just beyond Allen Creek Drive and right before 33, we have not one, but two left lanes that are still blocked for many of our drivers this morning. It's causing some major backups, at least a 9-minute delay for you. So want to make sure you avoid it. Taking 270 instead, getting off and taking 23 northbound will be the best way. Then heading towards State Route 104, take that eastbound to 33, then eastbound that direction, eventually heading northbound on 270. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Listen up, Columbus. Before you buy or lease a new Honda, see Lindsay Honda first. For a limited time, every new Honda includes a complimentary gift. Choose a KitchenAid stand mixer, a 75-inch high-def TV, or a zero-gravity massage chair when you buy any new Honda. Plus, drive a new 2026 Civic Sport, just $199 a month, or a 2026 CR-V LX, just $279 a month.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference.
During the Honda Spring Event, see lindsayhonda.com for details.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Spring into fun at the Columbus Zoo. Warmer days are right around the corner, and there's no better place to make memories. See tigers up close, watch playful otters splash and swim, and catch the baby elephants in action. All in one amazing visit. Looking for a later start? With our Zoo After 2 p.m. deal, you can enjoy all the adventure for $19.95. Plan your visit today and make the Columbus Zoo part of your spring break plans. Learn more at columbuszoo.org.
Coffee, sandwich, hash browns. Tired of the same breakfast routine? Time to refresh your morning ritual with a $6 Tim's Trio from Tim Hortons. It starts with a premium blend of freshly brewed coffee, a hot, savory breakfast sandwich made with freshly cracked eggs, and for a tasty twist, a daily baked donut to sweeten the deal. Ask for the $6 Tim's Trio. Your morning ritual refreshed. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer. Medium coffee only. Terms apply.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Call today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you want and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, foreclosures, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Call today and speak with me, John Kozik, for an all-cash offer and the help you need. At 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000, TurboTrackRealty.com.
Skip Mussick has been on the Fan for nearly 80 years, and during that time, he's worn many hats. Executive producer for Ohio State Athletics, talk show host, private detective when Ron Stokes loses his phone. Somebody do something! He's done it all. But his proudest accomplishment, host of Tee to Green. If it has anything to do with golf in Central Ohio, Skip's on it. Cheers to the next 80-year skipper. And listen to Tee to Green Saturday mornings at 9 here on The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A few stray showers and storms, otherwise mostly cloudy and mild to kick off the day. This afternoon, we could see a chance of showers and thunderstorms, otherwise mostly cloudy, warm and breezy with highs in the upper 70s to low 80s. For tonight, partly cloudy overnight with our lows in the 50s and a mostly sunny end to the work week with highs in the low 80s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Common man, a radio veteran, has a large hemorrhoid. Timmy Hall, a good, clean boy, moonlights as man's hemorrhoid. Common Man and Timmy.
Weekdays at 3.
The Fan. Just a reminder, Tyvis thinks all pizza tastes the same. Also a reminder, Tyvis was born without taste buds. You're listening to Bone and Tyvis.
All right, let's talk about some things that Tyvis Powell loves. Cracks and pits. No, I'm just kidding. That's let's just talk about cracks and pits, all right? And I'm not talking, I don't know what you're thinking. I'm thinking about your garage floor where you may have a crack in your garage floor or multiple cracks. You may have pits in your garage floor. Maybe you have all of that. Maybe you even tried to cover it with epoxy before and it didn't work. And now you've got tire lift and that's all chipping up. And you said, I can never get this fixed. Well, the good news is there is a solution. It comes from Comer & Cross Garage Flooring. They can come in and help transform your garage with a gleaming new Comer & Cross Garage floor in just one day. So whether you have exposed concrete or if you have one of those bad paint jobs or epoxy jobs, doesn't matter. Their pros will come in and in one day they can transform your garage with a brand new floor from Comer & Cross. Plus, they'll take everything out of your garage to do it too, so you don't have to worry about that. And they will even take 50% off installation right now when you call them at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's right. 50% off installation of your new garage floor with Comer & Cross when you call them at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. And the good thing about this garage floor, it's guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. So fix your pits and cracks. Go to Comer & Cross. You can check them out, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR or COMERcross.com. That is ComerCross.com.
Coming up at 8:30, we got 10 TV's Meredith Garfalo coming in to give you the weather update for the spring game.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to tell us about an overrated movie as well.
That was our list topic today. If you missed that at 7 a.m., you can find out more by checking out our podcast. Wherever you get podcasts, just go to T-Bone and Tyvis and search that, and you'll find it. It's all brought to you by our friends at Capital Ford of Columbus.
LW in the chat says that Tyvis is a foodie, Dylan is a taker. We confirmed a lot this hour.
That's right. I can't believe I didn't know that the triple-double crunch wrap was back and that I had to find out about it from all people, from you.
700 calories.
Worth it. What do you? I'm
worth it.
700 calories. I'm surprised it's not more.
Here you are. You was just telling me about meals that you've had. That's all less than 500 calories.
I've been trying to eat a little healthier.
Now you want to get one item. Item. That's dang near double of what you've been eating.
It's a triple-double crunch wrap. It's a limited release thing.
Where's Mario? Is Mario only going to eat one? That's the question.
Oh, Mario's the guy in our chat who said he ate, what was it?
He gets 3 cheesy roll-ups, 3 bean burritos, and 3 cheesy gordita crunches.
That's his Taco Bell order. Shout out to, you know what? If you're saying that's too much, I got words for you. That's overachieving. Good for him. It means more to him.
You think he can handle the 5 for 5?
Oh, I know he can handle the 5 for 5 from Arby's. Mario, that's like a holiday for him. That's what he and I both will be there, skipping into that restaurant. Let's go. Let's get our 5 for 5. Finally, it's back. If they bring that back and I find out from you, I'm going to be pissed because Arby's should be sending me an email personally. I'm on the list. I got your app. I've signed up for all the alerts.
Done forever.
They might. You never know. They might bring it back. They brought it back before. Why not bring it back again?
For what reason?
For people like me. It's
unnecessary.
No, for people like me who want that. And people like me who are going to go eat a triple-double crunch wrap. That's who it's for.
Is that all you going to get is the question?
It comes in a Lux box. So you it's not my call. It comes with other things. So I will just be, why would I want to fight Taco Bell on what they think is best for my body? I think I'm going to let Taco Bell control that for the day. Does it really
come in a Lux box?
Yeah, you can get it with, it looks like here, the little twisty cinnamon, what are those called? Cinnamon roll-up things they have?
The cinnamon twist.
Cinnamon twist, that's right. It looks like a bean and cheese burrito and a Doritos Locos taco and a drink. All for $9. What a deal.
What's in the actual crunch wrap?
So it's.
I just had it up and I just took it down.
I can look at it. I don't need the ingredients list to tell you. So a regular crunch wrap.
Got reduced.
It's the triple doubles. What I'm.
Okay, well, hang on. I'm helping you understand the differences. The regular crunch wrap has a layer of ground beef, nacho cheese, then a tostada, then lettuce, tomato, and sour cream wrapped in the tortilla. Now on the triple double, you get a second layer of ground beef, cheese, and another tostada, and then all that other stuff that was on top. But you're basically getting another layer of meat and cheese.
But you get reduced fat sour cream.
Well, that's
the important part.
I hate to break it to you. That's just what they call the sour cream at Taco Bell. If you go in the app, it always says reduced fat, and I'm like, sure it is. That's sure. Whatever you got to tell yourself to make it feel better. That's fine.
It's like putting fat-free ranch on your salad.
Yeah. Ivan Provorov was one of the Jackets who gave his exit interview yesterday. Jackets, of course, would rather be talking about the playoffs, but instead they were talking about how they missed it yet again. And the players were not happy, I don't think, many of them, about the comments that Rick Bowness had. Whether they should be or should not, I think they should just take it on the chin and say, yeah, we earned that from Rick Bowness. They earned that crash out. But Provorov was asked a bunch of questions about the culture and what Rick Bowness said. Here is a quote that he had. I'm going to play you two pieces of audio, and they're a little long, but stick with them. First one is Provorov, because he's been asked multiple times about, hey, what do you think of those comments? What do you think he meant? What do you think you guys could do to get better? And here's how he responded to one reporter who kind of asked that question again.
Do you think that this is a franchise that needs a facelift of its culture? Do you agree with those comments that he had made? Does it go beyond just learning how to win?
But you asking the same questions that four different people just asked. I already answered. How else do you want me to answer that?
So I guess the way that I take it is learning how to win is one thing, but do you think that the culture goes beyond just learning how to win?
And what would your suggestion be on how we fix that? Like, what would you do?
I'm not in that position, so I don't have an answer. I didn't know if you thought that.
I mean, our job as players is to perform, and I think we gave, every time we stepped on the ice, we tried to win. Did we get it done? No. Are we all frustrated? Yes. At the end of the day, will we learn from this and move on? Yeah. So, and we'll be better next year? Yes.
They will not learn.
So, but I don't know. Next question, I guess.
Oh my God. I wanted to jump through the screen when I'm listening to that yesterday. I watched that whole press conference. And then he does the whole, what do you suggest? And it's like, well, I don't play the game, is what the reporter said back, rightfully so. Rick Bowness is the one who said this culture needs fixed. Do you agree with that? So he jumped around a couple other questions, and then another reporter came back at him and tried again to get him to ask about the culture.
Just quickly going back to what you were saying about, what do you mean by culture? I took it last night. What Rick said was about tolerating losing. Too many guys tolerate losing, losses, whatever. Do you agree with that?
I don't know. I mean, we all, like I already said, we all care. We all want to win. He wants to win. We want to win as players. We all wanted to win as a team. Obviously, last night was frustrating overall from not making the playoffs, and obviously now getting the last win at home. So I think you all should just cut everyone some slack on what was said yesterday.
Cut everyone some slack on what was said yesterday. Yeah, Rick Bowness, cut him some slack, guys. He didn't mean it like that.
Who is this saying this?
This is Provorov. He's one of your highest paid defensemen. It's the guy you had to sign last year. Had to sign him to keep him in the building because that's
8 years, $1 billion or whatever the hell it was.
Now
it just comes off as his interviews come off as like Bones is we got this. Bones is new to this.
Right.
We got this.
Why don't you come here and learn how to lose first, Bones?
That's basically
if you could get with the program here about how we are just a whole bunch of guys that don't ever figure out how to win. That's what drove me crazy about yesterday's interviews. Almost all of them, Charlie Coyle excluded. I want to be very clear about that. But everybody else that I heard from pretty much was like, we got to figure out how to win. You know who doesn't have to figure out how to win? Winners. They just do it. Like, Rick Bowness obviously tried to give you every instruction you needed to win, and you guys couldn't figure it out. But Provorov, though, here's the good thing about him. He will not miss a game. He will stay out there on the ice. He will fight through a lot of stuff. I'll give him credit for that. However, when he's out there, he needs to figure out how to, and again, it's not all his fault. They had guys to injury. They didn't score goals. But at some point, you can't sit there and accept that culture. And you can't accept it. And he says, we don't accept it. And yet, now, if you'll excuse me, I got to hop on a plane to go take my vacation because it's the off season. Yet again, the regular spot at the Hilton that you go to is already booked up. So maybe go to. This team is frustrating. It's frustrating, Tyvis. I don't understand how we are in the same spot every year, except that this culture of losing seems to be accepted around there. And the guys who don't accept it seem to be the guys who weren't here for years, who say, this is not good. But can they figure out how to get it done? Can they figure out how to win?
I just want to see the changes that they're gonna make.
Well, first thing I do is figure out who the head coach is.
Do you think would you only want him back for 1 year?
Who? Bones?
Yeah. Because he's 71.
You know what? I don't mind that. I don't mind having him back for another year to say, all right, and then have your coach in waiting, have whatever you want to have to say that, like, we understand a succession plan.
What if that's what the hold up is? What if it's like the Jackets is like, we don't want you just for 1 year, but he's like, I don't want to know if I want to do it for.
Oh, no, talking to him today, I mean, I got the vibe at least that it's a little bit more complicated than, I would be back tomorrow if they said, let's do it. He says they have to talk. So everybody has a price.
I think that's what the holdup is. Is the years. How long you trying to sign him for?
Right. I wonder what that would be as well. But, it's going to be a very interesting offseason for this Jacket squad. It just sucks that we're at it again. We're back in the same spot yet again. With much improved team. They're better. All these things are true. But this is a team that has to find out how to win. And I don't think that enough of those guys truly understand what it takes. I don't. We'll take a break. Come back. 2 minutes away, Meredith Garfalo. She will come in, 10 TV meteorologist, and tell us what we can expect for the forecast coming up this weekend. Spring game, all that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Got a lot of people on the road right now, as per usual. Starting on the east side, we are seeing traffic building in Reynoldsburg 70 and more of that westbound direction by Bryce Road. Over on the west side, we do have some traffic building 70 in that eastbound direction, just as you're passing Mount Street and heading downtown. And for our friends on the north side, good morning to you, just in case you were taking 270 in that eastbound direction. It is slow moving. We're talking a big portion, too, basically between that 270, 33, and 161 intersection by Dublin, all the way towards 23 out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
There is nothing more meaningful you can do for yourself, your family, and friends than finally getting rid of that pain so they can enjoy that time with you again, especially heading into vacation season. Here, let me help you. It's Bobby Carpenter, and Dr. Tesler and his team at QC Kinetics take care of your pain in the office so you can go right along with your day. It's that easy. So if you say yes to any of these questions, you're the kind of patient QC Kinetics regenerative treatments can help every day. I have consistent pain in my joint, knees, hips, shoulder, back. Pain keeps me from getting a good night's sleep. I'm missing work or saying no to things that I love. I don't want surgery or a long-term recovery. I am at the end of my rope, and taking medications every day is just going to get me through the day. I don't want to do it anymore. So if you want to do that, go check out your free consultation over with my friends at QC Kinetics in Dublin or Gahanna. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices in Dublin and in Gahanna.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day. The heat is on its way, and my AC's not brand new. How can I make sure it cools like it's supposed to?
I recommend a tune-up to you and every caller. Experience true comfort for $53.
Get an AC tune-up for $53.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Sometimes when Tyvis wears khaki pants, I can see the outline of his genitals. There's no joke there. It's just an observation.
God, the more I resist, the more intriguing they become. I can't look away.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I'll tell you this. I struggle sometimes to compose my thoughts on this Blue Jackets team because they did play well down the stretch this year until we got to the final 3 weeks of the season when, go figure, the pressure ratcheted up and suddenly they collapsed. But here's the bottom line for me, Tyvis. I'm not sure if you agree with this or not. Bottom line for me is this. The longer time you spent with the Blue Jackets organization, the more likely I think you are to be part of the problem and not the solution. You think that's fair or not?
The longer you're a part of the problem.
The longer you've been with the Blue Jackets organization. If you're on the roster and you just got here last week, I don't blame you for this. If you got here last summer, I don't blame you for this. But if you're someone who got here years ago and this team does what they do, I'd say those guys are more likely to be the problem. Now, if you have a gold medal hanging around your neck, I don't think you're part of the problem.
That's fair.
But if anybody else on that roster doesn't have a gold medal and has been here for more than a couple years, that's who I'm looking at. You think that's fair?
That's fair to say.
All right. That's good. Hopefully the weather is better than fair this weekend. We're going to find out right now.
When it comes to football and the weather, she knows everything. Welcome to the Football Friday Forecast with 10 TV meteorologist Meredith Garfalo.
All right, so it's Thursday, not Football Friday, but Meredith's not here tomorrow. So today we're getting the latest update we can. Welcome in, Meredith.
Hey, glad to be here, guys, as always, and talk about weather. Big weekend with football.
Of course,
Meredith, you do know that I'm making my debut on broadcasting, like calling a game for the Big Ten Network.
No way.
Are you tell me that there is not a chance that this game gets canceled?
I don't think it'll get canceled. I think we might have some showers earlier. So for tailgating, there might be some issues. I would say late morning, maybe to right before noon. There might be a delay, but it does look like we'll get a nice window in the afternoon. Things will clear up. It'll dry out. So, yes, I just think there could be a delay depending on what time. Now, if the rain comes through earlier, you're going to be in good shape. But I think we're going to have a nice window of sunshine, and that's good news. So don't worry, Tyvis, you're in good shape.
The biggest thing you have to worry about for a delay, which Tyvis is all, and by the way, everybody here at the radio station also is like, what are we going to do if that happens? But hopefully not. The thing is lighting, obviously. So Are we anticipating? I know I saw on 10tv.com, I was reading your guys' article about it. Winds are going to be something to keep an eye on for Saturday. So high winds, which means we got to kick some field goals so those guys can practice kicking in the wind. But also, is there a possibility of storms in the area?
There could be. It's all going to depend on what happens earlier in the day, right? So as you typically see with some of these summer-like systems, if you have showers and storms earlier, sometimes that sucks all the good energy out of the atmosphere, and then later it's just not as intense. I'm looking at the second round of storms later in the day, and so I do think I think we'll be fine. I would just caution and say in the morning, just know we could have some rain and maybe a couple storms out there. So definitely want to keep an eye on that.
So pack the rain gear, but hopefully not needed for the game.
I hope not. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be warm, though, warm and windy. So it'll be very summer-like, as I was saying this morning.
That's good to hear.
And are we out of the 40-degree days? Is those gone?
Well, not days, Tyvis, but the mornings. By Sunday morning, the front's going to bring in some 40s. And then we're going to be in the 30s Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Serious?
I know. Monday and Tuesday will be blustering.
And obviously, send all of your emails to Meredith Garfalo because she deserves all of the.
Wait a second. No, send it to Tyvis.
Are you for real? It's going to be 30 degrees on Monday?
Monday morning. 50s in the afternoon, but we're back in the 70s by Wednesday, Thursday.
How about the wind? I feel like it's been super windy every single day. You can't even really enjoy being outside.
Well, it depends. It feels nice if you're working out. If you're a golfer like me and you're trying to hit your ball into the wind, then you get screwed every time.
Yeah. Well, I know you do
being honest.
You do the golf forecast as well, on if it's good to go or not. What are we thinking for this weekend? Probably not the best weekend if you're trying to get out there and golf.
If you go after the rain stops Saturday morning, if you're going to play in the afternoon, you might be able to get 18 in. Sunday, if you're going to golf, it's going to be cold and windy, so that's not going to be my favorite forecast. Honestly, if you can take off work tomorrow, and we'll have Dr. Meredith's note, I would take tomorrow off. Tomorrow is my pick. It's going to be in the 80s, sunny, and the winds aren't looking too bad, so I would give it a go for golf.
Okay.
That's even allowed for tomorrow.
Now, today we did the list of most overrated movies, and my number one was Pulp Fiction. His was... Ferris Bueller?
No, my number one was...
What was your number one?
Why am I blanking?
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. Yes, Forrest Gump I had,
and Dylan's was Indiana Jones.
Yes.
What?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I can't even.
Well, Raiders of the Lost Ark, you were saying because
Indiana Jones is irrelevant to the plot line. They would have got the Ark and they would have died on the island without him.
Yeah, if he's not there, all of that still would have happened.
Yes, 50 years later or 40 years later.
Come on, 40. Let's go. As someone who's born in the 80s, let's not put 50 anywhere near that.
Hey,
No.
No. But do you have an overrated movie?
Twisters.
Oh, the
sequel.
The sequel. It's terrible. I
Really?
mean, maybe it's because I'm a scientist, but the original with Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt was really good because that was believable. When I was storm chasing in college, that was what we did.
You storm chase?
I storm chased in college, yes.
He's Daredevil.
I don't know. Hey. So
it's science. So
It is
we
science.
wouldn't learn about this stuff if people like her didn't do
I
that.
understand that. So like if a tornado was happening, you would go follow it.
Well, I would be at a safe distance. I wouldn't be like in that movie, like driving up and be like, yeah, Twisters. Like, no. That's
Did you have a vehicle
stupid.
made out of like solid steel plating and all that stuff, or were you just in like a regular car?
We were in regular cars. I mean, we were poor college students. We were just driving stuff around. We had our like instruments. Now these kids, their storm chasing in college is totally different. They have sponsors and they have vehicles and the program's got all this extra money. I wish we had that, but it was nothing like, it's nothing like in that second movie. Now there are some intense chasers, but there's also been a lot of chasers that have been put in danger's way or have been killed getting too close to the storms. I mean, you're taking a risk. You got to know what you're doing if you're storm chasing.
Name, image, and likeness come into play for storm chasing now where guys are hitting the portal? They're like, sorry, I got to go to Oklahoma. It's a better program. I did my 1 year at UCLA, but now I got to go where the action is. I can't stay here.
You know, some people, they will go to school out west. I mean, I looked at Kansas. I looked at Oklahoma. I did look at Ohio State, but they didn't have, a good meteorology program. So that's why I ended up going over to Valpo. But
look at that. Okay.
Meredith told me earlier she had two more overrated movies, and I think the other two would hit the listening audience.
Go ahead.
Okay, The Big Lebowski. I think that's
somebody said that in the chat.
I'm sorry. I'm being honest.
It's one of my favorites.
Maybe it's a good movie, but I think it's overrated, as well as Anchorman.
Oh, well, that we actually had a lot of. Who said that?
I said all of Will Ferrell's movies.
Yeah,
just because he's the same character.
And I doubled down on it.
Yeah. I guess, you know what, though? I have to admit.
Wait, stop. He's an elf. He's different.
Yeah, he is. He is different. But he's awkward and weird. And in every movie he's kind of awkward and weird. Yeah, that's true. I guess it's
okay.
I've said this on the air before. My favorite movie by him, he's a completely different character, and it's called Stranger Than Fiction.
Oh, that's like, but then he does more like a serious.
It's a little more serious. There's hints of comedy.
Who else is it? Maggie Gyllenhaal that's in that? Am I wrong?
I'm
totally
that
making
sounds
that up.
right.
I could be
sure.
making that up. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, there you go. So overrated movie list. Those are good additions to it. Even though I love Big Lebowski, it hurts my soul. But I see where you're coming from.
Sorry.
The scene where they're scattering their friend's ashes from the coffee can.
The only thing that got me upset was when somebody in the chat said John Q, and I said they must don't have.
Well, they said John Q and Big Lebowski.
Yeah,
they're just trying to like rage bait you and me, I think, because they know that's what
on the John Q. I'm like, you don't have kids.
That's right.
There's no way you can say that.
Thank you for the time. Thank you for the weather update, and we'll talk again soon. We appreciate you coming in.
Yes, always. See you soon.
All right, we'll hit the buzzer next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Got a lot of people on the road right now, as per usual. Starting on the east side, we are seeing traffic building in Reynoldsburg 70 and more of that westbound direction by Bryce Road. Over on the west side, we do have some traffic building 70 in that eastbound direction, just as you're passing Mount Street and heading downtown. And for our friends on the north side, good morning to you, just in case you were taking 270 in that eastbound direction. It is slow moving. We're talking a big portion, too, basically between that 270, 33, and 161 intersection by Dublin, all the way towards 23 out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Bo Bishop here. Ready to hit the road and make some memories? Then get to RCD RV, Central Ohio's go-to destination for the best deals, unbeatable service, and adventure-ready RVs. Start your journey today at any of their 3 Central Ohio locations or visit online anytime at rcdrv.com.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no-cost mortgage. If you've been in the market for a new home or just wanted to take advantage of lower rates, recent events have shown exactly why Miller Lending chose to offer a way around bad timing with our no closing cost program. With no fees rolled in or charged, including the cost of title insurance, you can simply close on today's rates and refinance free of charge as rates improve. Over the past several months, we spoke to numerous borrowers who had heard rates were coming down and chose to wait. We explained that if rates did fall, you could simply update a few documents and refinance again, but why take the chance? So when rates spiked a 0.5% recently, not only was I disappointed that we couldn't help those who waited, but also for those buying a home who just saw a sharp increase to their monthly payment. So while we can't control the market, we can offer an alternative. Eliminate timing and say goodbye to closing costs forever. 877-9-NO-COST, or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
Grab me a new cross-match bingo from the Ohio Lottery.
Sure thing. You said match bingo cross?
No, the newest $10 scratch-off with prizes up to $500,000.
Yeah.
The ticket's so big, it's only sold at retail counters? The one with over $15 million in prizes? Cross-match bingo.
One cross bingo match coming up.
However you say it, cross-match bingo combines cash word, bingo, and match games all into one for even more fun. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
This spring, take a break from interest with 0% financing for up to 60 months on new 2026 Tucsons. 0%. Go now, Columbus or Dublin or GLakesHyundai.com. With Crew Credit ends 4/30.
It always seems to happen at the worst time. You're finally in bed after a long, hard day, and then you hear it. You sit up, heart sinking. Is that coming from the ceiling? All of a sudden, it's a middle of the night flashlight hunt to find the leak. But don't worry, Newman Roofing has you covered, literally. With more than 3 decades in the business, we've seen just about everything a storm can throw at a roof. Our teams know how to spot the problem, explain your options, and fix it right the first time, with craftsmanship and care you can feel good about. We're not just here for a quick patch job, and we never will be. We're here to make sure your home stays protected season after season. So when it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, choose the company you can trust, Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
It's never a bad time to fire up the grill. At Billiards Plus, the grilling season never ends. While you're grill shopping, you'll love browsing Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Working your way through that home projects list, that means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your air conditioner or furnace. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain issues? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing problems? Call the Waterworks. HVAC breakdowns? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted and certified plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
Your reputation matters. That's why so many landscape professionals choose Gravely. You can save up to 20% on Gravely commercial mowers during the Gravely Mow the Distance sales event going on now through the 19th. Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
Catch Ohio State baseball all season long on The Fan 2. You can find the magical land of The Fan 2 by tuning into 1460 on your AM dial or clicking on The Fan's HD2 feed. Tyler Danberg thanks you. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination. Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship. Equally important, you're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Joining the program, a man who's no stranger to PTO, Eric Reeser. I'm shocked at you. I'm mad at you. For the past 2 days, I haven't got a chance to see you.
Nope. Why are you mad at him
because
for taking
who does
the time off that he's earned?
I do it. And you know what? I'll do it again. You don't think I will?
You go run out.
You have paid time off. What's
when you
wrong
get
with
to
that?
the end of the year, do you run out?
No, I carry over. Every year I've been here and had PTO, I've left some on the table.
Yeah.
And in recent years, it's you use it or you lose it.
Yes.
So I have lost.
Yeah.
I lose all of mine.
Okay.
Well, that's on you.
Yeah.
Why would
What do you mean to do
why
with
should
that?
anybody else want to do that? If you
I can't
don't
control
work?
Tyvis Powell's PTO.
It should be motivator.
I just saw the other day.
You know what? When you take off, it tells me you don't care about the fans.
Tyvis, I do care about the fans. I also care about my ability to do the job well. And if I don't occasionally take a break from doing this, then I get stale. You need to be refreshed and rejuvenated.
What if you in the zone? Reese, you ain't ever been in the zone? Like, you don't want to lose that.
Like like a school zone, like a fire truck zone.
Tyvis, when you become a pro at this, like we just turn that zone on. It's just always with us. Reese's done radio for decades. I've done radio for a long time. You'll get there
Eventually I'll be good at it, but like
I'm waiting for mine to do that.
Lock in.
Once I catch momentum, I can't. You don't want to lose that.
Sure.
PTO is a part of our compensation, and you're saying when we take PTO, it's because we don't care about the fans. Money is a part of your compensation. So when you get paid for this job and you take the check, Tyvis, you don't care about the fans. What do you think about that?
Yeah, if you loved it enough, you do it for free.
Yeah, why not?
It's not about the money for me.
Yeah, so stop taking it.
I don't do this for the money.
I just want people to know, like, you're giving us crap because we do this for radio. And I will be honest, radio is a job that is a lot of fun if you've never done it. And also, it's something that we all enjoy doing. However, if you work at the toughest factory job you can think of, where it's 12-hour days, it's like polluted in there, there's grime, you're just dumping sludge into a vat. I don't know what the job is. The worst job you can think of, Tyvis would walk in and say, why do you want to take PTO? Like, this would not change for you no matter what the job was. Easy, hard, whatever.
If it's a 12-hour shift, that means it's only working half the day.
That's right. So I'm saying,
you're looking at the glass
Tyvis
half
is saying
empty.
this because we work in
half full.
As a media member, if you think that's why he's saying this,
to do whatever you want to do.
You would say this if you were like shoveling horse stalls, like, and just all day just dealing with
I was
manure.
working at Bucky's.
Okay, well that actually sounds like
bathroom attendant.
Let me tell you right now, if this job ever doesn't work out for me, that's probably where I'm heading to apply. I'm probably going to be over there and be like, "Hello, yes, I would like to be here. Can I help chop the brisket, please?" So, Reese, did you have anything you got to do with your time off?
Yeah, my girlfriend defended her doctorate. She had her thesis defense Tuesday morning, so she is Dr. Lopez.
Look at that.
Officially my better half.
Congratulations.
That's great.
So it's awesome.
Very cool.
So we got to celebrate her over the last 2 days.
So that's why you had to take off to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I do it again.
I guess that's reasonable.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Next time I'll make sure the approval starts with you, then gets to Fish.
My wife wanted me to take off for the birth of our son.
Probably should.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
This isn't Major League Baseball where guys in the clubhouse would be like, I don't know if he wants to win bad enough. It's like your third kid. Like, this is a regular job with we're mostly normal people who are like, yeah, he's having a kid.
I've seen that.
Not here.
I've seen the song and dance 2 times already.
Have you tried that line with your wife?
Yeah, it's not about you seeing
let me know
it.
how that goes.
It really is probably inconsequential if you witness it. What's consequential is after the child is born, there's going to be some weeks where you need to help and you need to be there for the 18 years plus.
T-Bo,
but I'm saying, like, for the next few weeks, that's going to be rough.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
The baby probably won't even be awake.
Oh, that's how babies operate. They sleep until 9 a.m. every day, and then
you get you a good one. They will.
I don't know if that's how that works. I'm just saying.
That's how mine worked, and that's why I'm not having any more.
All right. I'm glad to hear that everybody's has worked out. That's so well. One of our babies was colicky, so it was just up all night, screaming, crying, tired, and I didn't take enough time off. So I take the time you need. You don't know until it happens, so do it.
Dylan won't be able to eat breakfast without me.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to chip in. I'll just start buying him breakfast. So also, hasn't Joshua Perry been actively encouraging you to take the most time possible?
Oh, yeah, because he's feeling here.
He's auditioning for Tyvis' job.
He's like,
you get Wally pipped.
Take the whole 6. Take the whole 6.
So we got a big show coming up. Bishop and Friends 9 to noon. I heard Rick Bowness on with you guys earlier. It feels like they're coming to a decision in the next couple of days. Look, if he's going to give us 2 more seasons of what he gave us in that run, I'll take it. But I think the Jackets are at a big coaching crossroads. We'll have Aaron Portzline of The Athletic on at 11:30. Paul Feinbaum's going to join at 10:30. We're getting into spring game season. With comments from Arch Manning, who says when they were having fun, they started to win. They didn't have any fun in Columbus last August, but the Buckeyes will make the return trip. At 11 o'clock, the thing that we in the media love, but college football coaches probably hate the most. We'll do that at 11 o'clock, and then at 10 o'clock, we'll open the mailbag.
All right, there you go. Bishop and Friends 9 to noon right here on The Fan.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
This is one of the many reasons why I know that I while being a grown-up with having, like a mortgage and car payments and children and all that stuff, I still at times don't feel like an actual adult because I don't understand certain things about life. Like this headline that says, so Spirit Airlines not doing well. Spirit, the budget airline that allows you to, maybe get a little bit cheaper flight, although nowadays that feels laughable because nothing feels cheap. But Spirit Airlines apparently is saying that they could liquidate as early as this week. They are saying that they are in some deep financial trouble. And this is the part of the story that I didn't understand. It said the airline, which is trying to recover from its second bankruptcy in less than a year. Dang. I am a grown man, and I don't understand. I see stuff like this in the business world where it's like, well, they had 2 bankruptcies in a year, as you do. No, as you don't. I don't think that happens for most normal people. Somewhere along the line, you get to be a big enough corporation where you can have a bankruptcy, and then all your creditors default. Everybody doesn't get their money. You exit that. And then a few months later, you do that again, and it's just like, oh, yeah, that's allowed. They were planning on exiting bankruptcy, they said, this spring, but now it looks like rising fuel costs being part of the concern there as they can't really keep their business model going of cheaper airfare when everything is more expensive. So
they're operating in a deficit.
Sounds like...
Have deficit.
Yeah, like some of the Big Ten. What was that, Rutgers, that said they've been operating in a deficit for the last 5 years? How does that happen? How are you allowed to do
Who
that?
Gets the planes.
I don't know,
bankruptcy?
Right? Yeah.
Those are assets, right?
Yes. I would
just handing them out.
Thank you for all your time with Spirit. Here's your free airline.
5-year service, you get a Boeing.
Take the 730. Put the 737. You know what? Park it on Tyvis' street. Just right up the road from that truck that got its mirror knocked off.
Don't do that.
All right, that's it for us. And then his wife will be out. Laura will be out there
taking
photographing it. That's good. All right, that's it for us. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Traffic still lingering out there on this early Thursday morning. Some of the trouble spots include that 71 northbound direction as you're heading downtown from the south side. Backups as far back too as 71, even passing State Route 104 out there. And hey, a heads up for our friends on the west side. If you are heading downtown right now, it gets a little bit slower, 70 eastbound, passing that 270 intersection. So basically over by Wilson Road. But some better news once you're passing that area closer towards 670 and 70, a much easier commute on this Thursday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.